And now that I've hit the
Good
record
morning,
button,
everybody.
good morning.
Good morning to you, everybody.
Long story short, I had to deal with some personal details, and I had to call someone at my bank that rerouted me to someone in Alabama. So now we're doing an Alabama accent, apparently.
I guess.
Yeah.
Bless your heart, darling.
Oh God, no. Seriously.
I didn't know that's what they were telling me. I thought it was like, oh, you're sweet.
No, bless your heart is like, it depends on how it's said. It depends on how it's
I
said.
mean, it was when I was working in the nursing homes, they would tell me that.
It's
After
usually,
helping them off the toilet and stuff.
it can mean two things. It can mean thank you, or it can mean go fuck yourself.
Yeah, they were saying in a really nice to me manner because I just helped them.
Usually there's like, oh, bless your heart, darling, or oh, bless your heart, darling.
Oh.
So you hear the difference?
Yeah.
And if anyone ever says, oh, you sweet summer child, they're calling you mentally ineffective.
Wait, why?
Because summer children tend to have their brains full of summer. They're like, la-di-da-di-da. Morning. Hi, Fairy Dragon. I'm explaining I'm explaining Southern slang to Urza. At least what I learned in Texas.
They didn't talk to me like that in Texas.
Good. The best conversation you'll get in Texas is, in fact, yep.
Yep. Like in King of the Hill?
Yeah, that King of the Hill, Mike Judge is from Austin.
Oh.
Like I've actually met Mike Judge. He was walking around Austin and actually like drawing people. I only know how to make fun of Texans. Boy, don't you make fun of Texans. Who the fuck am I kidding? Hi, Scion. Wait, aren't you live right now? Yeah, I was
Hi, Scion.
Boy. Enjoy stream. Will do. I guess super quick announcement. Next week, I think I might just take another 2-week vacation in June. I might take next week off because we've got Urza coming, and I've got stuff I need to prep for.
Not yet. I don't come until the 7th.
You come when I tell you to.
What? Baby!
Gotcha. But yeah.
Whoa.
I gotta like clean the house, and also I want to prep some techie stuff. That's been malfunctioning a bit, so I'm taking that as an excuse to attend to things. Or who knows? Maybe I'll stream next week. We'll see. Maybe, probably. If I do, it'll be continuing Pentiment and Soul Nomad. But there won't be D&D because that's when you arrive, and then there won't be D&D the week after because that's when you go home. So, we'll figure something out. In the meantime, how about some Pentiment?
Pent up anger? I was kidding.
Pentiment. Like to repent. Yes, so 7 years have passed since the last murder trial. It is now 1525, and Andreas is a successful artist. Feels strange being back in Kearsau. Kearsau, back in Tyson. I haven't talked to anyone here in years. I should stop by Klaus's house to see how he's been. Hello, Andreas. How are you enjoying your stay? It's wonderful, Hannah. Thank you. Not what I'm used to. Wonderful, Hannah. Oh, good. You're in the best room we have. I'm glad. Do you like it? Anything else? No. Till later. Until then. How do I go downstairs? How do I... Okay, I had to click on the stairs. day, Master Mallory. Master Mallory, was it? Wow, welcome to the Golden Hand. I'm Nico Berger. I own this land house, and I run it with my wife Hannah and our son Killian. Land house and inner tavern, usually owned and operated by a single family that serves travelers in rural areas. Yeah, it's kind of like the early version of an Airbnb. What helped you to your room? Is it your liking? Lovely, thank you. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You're out in town. One of the locals said you lived here a few years back. Yes, I worked for the Abbey as an artist. Ah, I see. I heard that you were involved in solving a murder. Out of necessity. The wrong man being accused of the crime. A friend of mine. I heard it was the prior of the Abbey that the Baron sacrificed in some diabolical spell the brother was casting. No, he wasn't casting a spell. The Baron wasn't a sacrifice. Where did you hear that? Oh, bits and pieces that people have said here and there. Oh, wow. So they spread rumors. So it wasn't that he was casting a spell and the Baron was a sacrifice. What was actually happening was the Baron was pushing him to use occult practices to help him with, let's call it a medical problem.
Medical.
In the meantime, quick reminder, nobody in the village liked the Baron that died, and we found out the Baron had actually fraternized with one of the women of the village, got her pregnant, and instead of keeping his promise of financial support, comfort, and help, he ran away. And in her attempt to abort the child, she accidentally killed herself.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a hard pill to swallow. So, needless to say, nobody in the village liked the Lord after that. He was also an incredibly abusive person. But flip side, he took an interest in Andreas Mahler because they could have intellectual conversations. And it's more like the Baron just kind of did whatever he wanted whenever he wanted, which more often than not made him a bad person.
Oh.
He had his moments of being a good person. It's complicated.
Bah.
Sounds like the story has changed in the last 7 years. I meant no offense, Master Maller. I just found it an interesting story. Not a story, it's something that happened. 2 people died. Of course. Again, I meant no offense. Well, I'll leave you to your day. Until later. Till then. That's worth saying. I know there's no offense, and I'm hoping I don't sound offended. It's more like let me separate the fiction and the facts for you. Oh, Andreas. I don't know who you are, but you're cool looking. This is a real fancy building. Yeah, well, no, I'm the one in fancy duds. Hey, there's a face in it. Brother Waslav used to time in almost all the Abbey's cooking. Maybe because it grows so easily here. There's a face I remember. Just do it, you know it's the right thing. I don't understand why this is so hard for you. That's not the voice again. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the Abbot. You prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand, I'm just saying. Andreas Mahler. Good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Kaspar Zieger, from Salzburg. Small city located on the river of Salzach, found on Roman ruins. Rumors of violence and rebellion in the city are becoming more common. Yeah, I believe there was like a big rebellion during the Roman Empire out there. Good day. That answers that. I thought he might be your son. We don't grow him that fast, even in Nuremberg. I've only been married 7 years, Otto. We don't grow him that fast, even in Nuremberg. They grow fast enough around here. Ava and I just had our first little Otto. I thought we call him Mops. Oh, look at the baby.
Oh, look at my baby. I love my baby. What?
The baby, not my baby. Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful news.
But you're still my baby.
Thank you. It's been a trial with the daggone, but Clara and Ursula help out where they can. Clara and Ursula help out where they can. Aw. They lived a Oh, Peter died. He lived a surprisingly long time, considering his profession and previous stroke. Does that sound heartless?
I don't know. Does it?
Not long enough for me, not long enough for Ops. Dr. Stoll said it was another stroke while he was sleeping, thankfully. I know Ava wrote to you about my father's death, and why didn't you write back? I'm sorry, things got busy after I left passing. Sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. I feel like I should remember your face, but I can't place it. Oh, that's Martin. Oh, don't trouble yourself. It's me, Martin, remember? You've grown.
Only half? Oh, you already
Known to
have?
happen with children.
Okay, just checking.
As much as I love whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Yeah, we never found out what happened to Martin.
Just checking.
He's kind of disappeared.
He's gone. Like, where'd he go?
No, he robbed the Baron and just kind of vanished.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Otto, I'll see you at the meet. Oh wait, that means I'm giving him the wrong voice though. Otto, I'll see you late at the meeting later. Andreas, until later. Good to see you, Martin. Last time I saw Martin was in this meadow. He was sneezing. He seemed to hate being here. Even some other cat said that he always sneezed when he was in the meadow. Strange. Strange, or you just... No, I know what I saw.
That's how amazing you really are.
See you, Martin. My ass. I can't believe how much Martin's changed. True, he's like the prodigal son. Took over his father's farm after Franz died. Honestly, between you and me, kind of quietly, good riddance, though. Dude was a dick. He was like the hyper strict, abusive father of the medieval times.
Ooh.
Yeah. Been a much better husband to Brigitte and a provider for Cat. Yeah, Cat's his mom. Okay, so he's actually been working. No, I remember that. Francis died? How's little Wolf doing? Francis' heart gave out. Local legend says he was screaming at Cat and he dropped dead.
Wow.
Like I said, he was kind of a dick. Not that I want anyone to suffer, but few were sad to see the man go. And little Wolf, he died a few months after you left. I think Martin still feels guilty about it. Wolf was their son. Oh no.
Oh. That don't look right.
Something happening in town. Picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons in a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. Actually, I was just on my way to see Klaus.
I don't regret.
Tell him to come too. He's been dragging his feet. Until later. Okay, so go see Klaus. Hey, Peddleton.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Trying to remember, where was Klaus? Okay, I'm actually going way the wrong way. Always stop to pet the cat.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow,
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 meow.
meow, meow. Oh, I just hear the little kitty in my ear.
Oh wow, they really chopped up this forest.
Oh no.
Don't mind me just taking a look around to see what's changed in 7 years. Carving of Saint Satia looks quite old. I remember this. I remember that trunk. I used to hide in it. Almost flow from jumping out. Yeah, I remember that. The old salt mine. If I come here, is there still... Gravestone Lucky left flowers at? Oh, it's all mossed over now. Yeah, so because of what happened with the Lord, and how, or the Baron, and how the Baron essentially was the proprietor financially for the monastery. Lucky, the father of the woman that was pregnant and died,
Yeah.
he refused to have her buried in the monastery and buried her himself by the old salt mine
Oh.
because of the village's old pagan beliefs.
Oh.
It was so the Baron and the church couldn't touch her grave. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. You make that.
Andreas, I heard you were back in Tassing. God bless you. God bless you again. Father
No,
Thomas,
God bless you.
Morning, Father Thomas. You're not trying to get me to come to Mass, are you? I would hope that in many years since you were with us in Tassing, attending Mass has become a habit. That, and I'm sure Pastor Mahler isn't staying through Sunday. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tassing has enough going on as it is. We have our bonfire for St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get up to all sorts of mischief. St. John's, the feast celebrating the St. John the Baptist, beginning at the sunset of June 23rd, coincides with Midsummer's Day and the summer solstice. Yeah, so I've mentioned this, previously, but this would also be the time frame where... Are you okay?
Yeah. I was choking on my coffee a bit.
Coffee.
Huh?
You reminded me that I have coffee. But this would be roughly the same time frame. So, do you know, like how the big Christian movement happened?
No.
Like one of the big things. So one of the big things they did was they would see the pagan celebrations for like summer solstice, winter solstice, autumn festivals, Spirits Eve, and stuff like that, and they would turn them into. Oh God!
What?
My braid is in my face like a unicorn horn. Help! Help! Ah!
Ah, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
On your model or what?
Yeah, there we go. I fixed it.
Bobby, if you need to, you can always hit R and it will reset your model.
I'll do this really quick. There we go. Woo! I'm alive. I'm alive. Okay, so one of the things they did to... I hate to sound offensive, but in this case, invade actually is the correct term. They would adopt a holiday for one of the saints at the same time as a pagan holiday. And would basically say, y'all can keep doing what you're doing, but instead it's in the name of our Lord Jesus. Okay. Yeah, most fingers are like, oh, okay. We'll just keep doing what we're doing then. Praise be to Jeebus. Pass me a beer.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, no, it's real. The Feast of St. John's was covering up the summer solstice. The birth of Jesus actually covered up the winter solstice, which is interesting considering he was more than likely born in May. But that's for historians to debate. I mean, it only took them 300 years to admit that Galileo may have been right about the sun being in the center of the universe, but who's to say? No, seriously, the church owning up to that was in 1992.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Our parents got to watch the church say, we may have made a mistake.
Yeah, because I wasn't even born yet. I was born the year after.
I was about to be born 2 years later.
I was born the year after.
I would have loved to have been born on that day. Like, I was born the day the church was like, we made a mistake.
We fucked up.
But it is my job to hear the confessions of the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. That's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guest with such thing. If there is trouble, Master Mallard will be the first to stick his nose in it. Why are you always such an asshole? No appreciation for how privileged your life is. No, seriously, guy, why are you always such an asshole? It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. After Farron was executed, Father Abbot made Matthew the new prior. Oh!
Uh-oh! Oh my god. It scared me, ma.
Farron may have been annoying,
I'm just here buttering my toast and my body's like, toot.
Would have been better for everyone if you'd simply allowed Brother Piero to die. After all, he only had a few years left anyway.
Yep.
You're a buffoon and a coward who hides behind his habit. Friends, there's no need for such ire. Aye. Forgive me, Father Thomas. I let my passions get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here.
Oh.
I actually came to speak to you on the Abbot's behalf.
It's like the air just gets stagnant there, huh?
Father Gannat would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some books. Father Gernot actually wants to talk to me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
okay.
So because I'm a book nerd, my options are the Abbot just had me run off and now he wants me back, followed by, oh, wonderful, fantastic. Wait, I'm gonna go with that one. Things so bad that the Abbot has to sell off Kirsto's greatest treasures? The Abbot needs the money more than it needs ink-stained parchment. No one values these books anymore, except perhaps you. The library is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use. You can come by tomorrow morning. Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. I remember Illuminata. He was nice. Mother Illuminata? Yes. His mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. How did she die? Peacefully, in her sleep. So tomorrow morning? Yes, I can't wait. Calm yourself. There'll be time enough for excitement tomorrow. I'm playing the book nerd because I am a book nerd. I would hear me out. I am not a religious person, but like, if a big cathedral approached me and was like, hey, we heard you like books. You want to buy some? I'd be like, fuck yes. I don't care.
It's
Books.
a book.
It's a book. I love books. Andreas, I apologize for being so harsh for my harsh words before. It was rash. Look at you growing up, brother guy. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We miss him. I appreciate you saying that. I miss him too. Excellent. I'm so glad you two were able to work things out. I still think you're a douche, Canoe.
Wow.
Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? A private matter. Oh, of course, of course. Till tomorrow. God bless you, Andreas. Are they gonna try to kill me?
Wait, why do you think that?
Because now I'm a famous artist who exposed a murder in their church.
Oh.
I wonder if these drawings... Oh, the drawings are still here. Yay! They're in the outer. Wow, there really is nobody here. Alright. I guess I just go to classes then. Actually, like, I don't know if the widow's still around. Oh, that's not promising. Wait a minute, this is John Bauer? Oh, the Gertners were the ones that I remember. Oh, their farm is total. Yeah, baby?
I love you.
I love you too. Where's Klaus's house? Oh, the Drucker house. Oh yeah, Klaus was a good friend of mine. He was the one with the typewriter. The whole village is like locked up. What the fuck?
That all messed up for some
Ezekiel.
reason.
I have the shiniest meat bicycle to conduct the poop train. What? Hey, Klaus. Oh, Magdalene's all grown up. Oh, well, growing up. Andreas. Sorry, Klaus. Klaus, you're not really mad, are you? Klaus, I know it's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years, nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert and Marie. Read just left. First Bert then Marie just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you right back after I told you that. Oh god, everybody's dying!
Oh no.
Oh. Sorry, I should have written. Yes, you should have. Play for that now, though. Up the bubble! Oh, hello. He likes you. Business seems to have grown. What are you printing? 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants, demanding changes from their lords. Ooh. Let's see. I actually gotta move my camera to read this. Handling article hand infection for Furigano. Hallo. Men worden van wonen al rotten en hoffen der poren. Hoffig zerfen men recht haben. I remember X meaning 10 and V meaning like 5, so 20, so something 25. Oh, freedom from serfdom, freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt, freedom and use the woods as God intended, freedom from compulsory labor.
Meow.
Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria is in Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the passing.
Mew.
Oh yeah, former
I
Duchy of Southern Holy.
just hear a little mews every now and then.
Yeah, there's a little kitten, little kitty cat.
It's so cute.
It was in 1512. It borders Bavaria to the west, and the Swiss Confederacy to the south, and Austria to the southwest. Must be what Otto was talking about. This must be what Otto was talking about later. He wanted me to bring you along. Yes, he asked. I may come, I may not. The abbot has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Ah, that's right. The abbot was trying to tax them. And they are not appreciative of that. Your cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the gardeners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these. Yes, why? Well, I didn't think you could read. You can't, but just about everyone else in town can. It speaks, I print. Just trying to do my part, I suppose. Sorry, still not in the mood for this late reunion. Back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons, hear what Otto has to say. Worth hearing. I understand. Until later, guys. The other option is, of course, I'll see you then. Be good while we're gone, Magdalene. Magdalene is... until later, Klaus. Till then. Full reunion. Alright, so it's to the town commons. Alright. Oh, everyone's grown up. Or dead. Everyone, listen! We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forests to support our families. Law after law gets heaped up upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent. Limits on where we can move, who we can wed. Until now, and now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the Wrath House? Which is a common community hall where people meet, typically a council that governs day-to-day affairs under the authority of a lord. Ah. What about the Wrath House? Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity, no. Only greed and desperation drive Father Gernot. You think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Gernot do? He locked the shrine of St. Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Oh, that's a big deal.
Meow?
So the relic was originally part of the town's, and the chapel made a shrine for it for them to worship at so that it could be protected and safekeeping. And now they're locking it away from the village.
Why?
To deny them prayer.
What?
Because they're rebelling. They're refusing to pay their taxes. Wow, okay. Now when we need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Gernot's actions aren't just. They aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for too long. It is time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Here. Yes. This has to stop. Let's fix it. Stop. This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Anna's right. The Duke's a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a very dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground into the dust like the Swabian peasants. We can always grind you up instead, Leonhard. You're right there if there are already soldiers about. I don't know anything this is to look out for. You must have... My God is on our side. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have a cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get anchorship of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Mr. Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is on? Oh, I think I know why his parents sent him to be watched by me in an apprenticeship. They wanted their son to be safe. Don't worry, the civilian losses were minimal. They're probably fine. No, we should go to Salzburg. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? A righteous cause. Martin's right. We deserve better. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. Okay, what dick did you suck? No, seriously. God damn it. You know.
What's the Bubby?
You know, why am I surprised? I'm sitting here like being serious and I just hear yours. No, so the last time we saw Martin, he was a do-nothing, lazy bum who stole from people. So apparently in 7 years, he completely turned around. And then it's like, I smell something fishy. Hey, Powerwell. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Good day, Andreas. Clara, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from testing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. What can I say? I miss the Alpine air, and the people, of course. I was on the road back to Nuremberg, actually, and wondered how you were all getting on. I was gone too long. I got shocked by a Pikachu. What's a Pikachu? Never mind. Oh, look at that little baby on her back.
Aww.
I was gone too long. Sorry for not sending word of my arrival. Certainly did pick an odd time to visit. In the middle of a strange season.
Meh.
Ah, you found the gardeners. Speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear, they get better each time. I hope the Duke doesn't catch word of this, Otto. Are you looking for trouble, Otto? I feel like I could say that with a smirk. Of course not, but I understand what might happen if the abbot doesn't listen to reason. Even so, the people here can't go on like this. Something has to change. I'm just concerned for what might happen here, that's all. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Convince Otto to talk about his sign from God. Said the Abbey does a lot of good. It does. We're surprised Lorenz wasn't killed sooner. Yeah. Disobeyed. Oh, wow, this is all stuff from 7 years ago. Disobeyed the abbot to get Otto's orders to help dig. Yeah. I remember that. That was like my favorite part was 7 years ago we needed to dig up a grave for evidence regarding the murder. And Otto was like, and you got the pastor's permission to dig up a grave? And I looked at him and was like, no, I'm just kind of doing it anyway. And he's like, fuck yeah, give me a shovel. Dead serious. He's looking at me like, hell yes. What are they gonna do? Ban me from the church? I build their buildings. Otto's a carpenter.
Oh.
It's like, what are they gonna do? Get rid of me? And have holes in their roof? I have immunity, bitch.
Wow.
He does. The order.
Because they need him.
So you ground when Matteo approached the grave? That I did. But you didn't care if Matteo told the abbot about the deed. He said, you have something else. It is, Andreas, I swear. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you what I can, alright? Anyway, Andreas, you and George should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. Sounds wonderful. We'll be there, Clarence. Sound good to you, Casper? Yes, Master Andreas, I'm starving. Our day was a little sparse lately, but we'll be sure to feed you well. Thank you. We'll see you there. Where's Big John? Is there anything else that I could mention? Hey, Johan. Andreas Mahler, didn't expect to ever see you back in Tassing. You look like you've done well for yourself. Thanks. How have you been? And how have you been? Things went well for a while after you left. Widow Kemperin lost her land and the abbot let us work it. Oh, so the widow's been chased out. My brother's heart gave out not long after them, but Martin came back to help work the land. Okay, so his brother's trans. Even so, it's been hard to keep up with the abbot's demands, the taxes and everything else. I think a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They have good reason to be. I know you didn't get on well with the man either. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andreas, even if you're just passing through. Until later.
Like, a lot of things have gone to shit, but it's good to see you.
Wait, where's your daughter? Hey, Andreas, what room are you back? Hello, Hans. Meet Casper, my apprentice. Oh, wrong voice. Casper, my apprentice. Hello. Hello? You're from Nuremberg like Andreas. I'm from Salzburg. Not very far from here. Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback. I've never been outside of Tassing. Or ridden a horse. Tassing's a wonderful place to live. You should get out of this place while you're young, Hans. It's a shithole. Tassing's a wonderful place. It is a wonderful place to live. I guess. Some of the men in town say it would be better if the abbey weren't around. And you'd have to contend with the Lord. That's hardly better. They might be right about that. What do you think? There are worse things in the world than Father Gno's taxes. What do you think? I don't know. It'd be nice to have a change. Careful what you wish for. Change does not come peacefully in the Empire. Guess we'll see. Until then, Hans. They had a daughter. I don't want to go around town now and just see. Hey, Andreas. Andreas, you're back in Tassing? Just for a few days. I want to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Oh yeah, Brother Piero. What a talent with color. Sorry, Andres. He was a sweet old man. I talked to him sometimes on my breaks up at the Abbey. I'm surprised Prior Faring didn't give you an earful. Well, he did before the, unpleasantness. Sure, you know, it shook things up at the Abbey for a while. The other guy made it clear I wasn't welcome at Kirsu when I arrived, so... yes. For what it's worth, still welcome in Tassing. Anyway. Matthias is prior now. Still strict, but a bit quieter about it. So, for clarification, think of an abbot as, like, the head of the monks, and the prior's, like, second in command. I tell you, he always struck me as quite pious. True. You wouldn't think piety would be uncommon in the abbey, but with Father Gernot... well, even with the peasants. Well, of course, Gernot has been running them into the ground. On top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. Evas used to be able to go fishing in there, not anymore. How far are you going? How far are you going to take this? Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not leading the thing. But I trust in Otto. The peasants do too. He's a good man. The whole town knows it. Even Lenhard, though he wouldn't admit it. Hey, Andreas, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here and returned to Nuremberg, I take it you were married. It was Sabine. It was. Marriage is a legal requirement for becoming... That's Sabine. She was waiting for me. I hope the married life has treated you well. I still have not found anyone. Here, it's never going to happen. Really? Not a single person has caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a really pretty girl at the market selling painted. Think about her sometimes. Maybe more than as Christian. Hold on, you need to go back to Innsbruck and find that pretty girl. I can tell you now, Andres, it's not worth the effort. I need to go back to Innsbruck and find that pretty girl. What? Really? You're older than me and you're not married. Go find her, it's how it should be. Life is too short to spend dreaming about the loves you could have had. Trust me. You think Tyrolean men are better than Bavarian? Life's too short to spend dreaming about the love you could have had. Trust me. Hey, you seem to feel strongly about this, Andreas. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say. Don't ever think...
Oh, guys, that's a time.
Yeah. Hi, Pikagoku.
I have to get going then, because I got work in a half hour.
Lucky do.
Oh, less than a half hour.
Oh shit, be safe. Oh.
Yeah. I love you, Bobby. I love you all. Take care.
Love you too. Bye.
Mwah. Bye, Billy.
I may not have found true love, but that doesn't mean you don't know. You're not happy with your life, Andreas. I'm not, but this isn't about me. It's about you. Convince Andres to find a sweetheart. Well, if I ever have the chance to go back to Innsbruck, maybe I will. But there's something to look forward to after all. I thank you, Andreas. You're a man of inspiration. A pleasure. Well done, Andreas. My rival heralds are... No, Urza had to go to work. Besides, I'm still here. Hello, Master Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. I'm thankful you returned to Tassing after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left. Thank you, Brad. I've kept my Tassing in my prayers as well. Though it doesn't seem to have done much good. Ah, that's right. You were at Otto's speech earlier. Yes, Tassing's peasants are struggling, and now even the townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. I worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business. What Gernot's doing to Tassing is wrong, and Otto's standing up to him. You disagree with Ulrich. You're right to be worried. Otto's protests look like the start of a revolt. What Gernot's doing to Tassing is wrong, and Otto's standing up to him. That's what Ulrich says, too. I love my husband, but sometimes I worry he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I'm not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us too. What about Anna's future? Bullock has been offering credit to Peter for years, so I've accepted now. No. He only bakes so much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas? Of course, Red, but I can't promise he'll change his mind. God bless you, Andreas. That's all I ask. See, I'm seriously wondering if the reason Caspar's here with us is one to keep him safe. Oh, they're building a water wheel. Our house construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they'll finish it before winter. Yes. Andre Smaller. How unexpected. Very busy at the moment. Another time? Later then. Nice and calm. Who are you? Salutations! You must be that wonderful artist, no? Master Andreas Mahler, yes? I suppose. Who are you? Of course, forgive me. Baldur Eisenkampf at your service, but call me Baltus, please. It's much more familiar. Pleasure, Baltus. Have you been in Tassing long? Oh, just a few seasons. My car broke down, and I found the place so charming, I decided to stay. I enjoy the quiet, but I must say, I do miss the company of other intellectuals. That's harsh. It's not like there aren't intelligent people in the village. Okay. And again, it's pompous of me to say I kind of get it. Usually that good Dr. Stolz and I whittle the hours away in the evenings. Naturally, when I heard a well-known artist had returned, I was beside myself. I'm always pleased to meet a like-minded individual. What do you do? What do you do? I'm an inventor of sorts. Really? What do you make? All sorts of things, young man. Mechanical clocks of all sizes, metal mice that skitter about, even light without flame. Really impressive, Baltus. Thank you, Andreas. I knew a fellow artist such as yourself would appreciate my work. Ah, well, I best get back to it. You know how it is for us, called to a higher art. Good luck, Baltus. Until later. I'm trying to give Andreas a more mature-sounding voice now that we're older. I actually get a chance to say hi to everybody. Yes? Oh, Andreas, how good it is to see you again. And who's this? Hello, Agnes. This is my assistant, Caspar. Hello. What a hale-looking boy! And you, Andreas, you look very well. Why are you back in Tassing? I came to pay respects to Brother Piero's grave. I knew I couldn't resist the charms of country life. I want to reminisce. Brother Piero's grave. Oh, of course. I'm sure the brothers appreciated that. The last few years have been difficult for everyone. I've lost so many. Yes, I heard Bert and Marie. Quite tragic. It's poor Klaus. I hope you've stopped in to talk to him. He sent you letters. Yes. Anyway, I won't burden you with all of Tassing's troubles. It's been good to see you again, Andreas. Until later. I might pay Klaus a visit, then come by the Gartners. Andreas, back in Tassing, I see. Happy to see me? No. Times are tense. I assume you're referring to Otto's speech. Uh-oh, hold on. What's going on? What's going on? cause anything. I was only help. Friend who is innocent, mind you. I'm referring to Otto's speech. Won't end well. Life's getting harder for everyone, but if this shit goes on, there'll be backlash. A bloody one. Don't like the abbot coming for my fishing rights, but I will make do. Not sure if their lives are comparable to ours. Been a lot late. We're craftsmen, Andreas. We work, we don't complain. It's not Christian. Suppose, how's your family doing during these troublesome times? We're fine. Agnes is fine. Brigitte and Martin are fine. Martin's become far more responsible man after his return. I just wish, never mind. You wish? I wish Wolf hadn't died. I mourned the boy all these years later. I hoped he'd take up my mantle. I wanted to pass on my knowledge and trade. I'm sorry, Lucky. I really am. Yeah. Perhaps Brigitte will have another while I live. She seems happy enough with Martin. I'd love to hear the patter of small feet again. Boy to hold his chisel and mallet. A little stonemason making his grandfather proud. What was this up to Brigitte and Martin? I hope your wish comes true. God willing. Enough idling now. Got things to do. Until later, Andreas. I'm gonna be nice to him, because I was pretty mean to him last time around. Oh, well, he locked his door. Never mind. Alright, then. Little moonwalk, and then off we go. Andreas? Andreas Mallow. Hello, Cat. Oh, would you look at that? You are back in Tassing. Look at you. You've done well for yourself. And who's this? Cat, me Casper, my apprentice. Hello. It's got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. Good strong face, though. Yeah? What brings you to Tassing, Andreas? Just passing on the way back to Nuremberg. How have you been, Cat? You seem well. I saw Martin earlier. I must say I was surprised to see him. That's right. He disappeared when you were last in town. France passed a few winters ago. Then Wolf, Brigitte, and I nearly lost the farm and our mines. But Martin returned shortly after, and he proved to be a changed man. A good man. He saved us from destitution. I'm wondering where Wolf was. My condolences on France's passing. No. I'm sorry about Wolf. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. There's nothing to say, is there? He was a good boy. A sweet, good little boy. I was dimmed when he died. But that was years ago. I try not to dwell on it. To be strong for Brigitte and find solace in the knowledge that he is with God now. Times may be hard in Tassing right now, but God truly does answer up. Glad you and your family as well, Cat, despite everything. Thank you, Andreas. It truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Until later, Cat. Till then. I kind of want to say hi to Martin. Andreas Baller, good to see you again after all these years. As you say that, your parting words to me were base. Back then were hardly kind. Were they? It's been so long I don't remember. You told me to eat shit. Oh god, that's bad. I was such a little shit. Sorry for being such an asshole back then. Seems like you've learned a lot since then. Nothing to feel bad about. It was a long time ago. Seems like you've learned a lot since then. 7 years is a long time for a young man, especially one going through what I was. What happened to you anyway? Oh, right. You know, I sold some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. Tried to sell them in Walligo and got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around to Bavaria for another month and a half. I started stealing, I grew bigger and more confident over time and became a highwayman. You're lucky you didn't get killed. That's what made me quit in the end. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some battalions we thought were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George, who, by the way, is a 2nd century Praetorian guard under the patron saint of England. He's most well known for his legendary victory against the dragon. Sounds like very King Arthur. But they were soldiers guarding money from the Bank of St. George in Genoa. Exactly, I learned that later. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. I thought of my father, my mother, Brigitte. I realized I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibilities I'd left behind. Good that you did, for everyone's sake. You may be right. Mom and Brigitte couldn't run the farm after Dad died. Maybe it's for the best that he wasn't here when I got back. Yeah, it's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. Quite a speech you gave back at the Commons. He needs support. The townsfolk aren't as committed to opposing the abbot. They have less to gain and more to lose if the abbot chooses to get the Duke involved. Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you, Andreas. Until later. Holy crap, I kind of want to see like a whole side game about Martin. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Brigitte. How are you? Brigitte, surprised you knew I was back. Martin mentioned you were back in town. Like you turned up after. Well, think you're doing well for yourself. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. I lost little Wolf. The cat was worried that she'd lose the farm after France died. Then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions we've gotten, I'm thankful. Wonderful to hear. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Andreas. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going. Until later. Till then. Alright, well. Take our way. Wrong button. To the gardeners. Hey, there's Big John. Hello again, Andres. We're about to sit down for supper. Care to join? It would be my pleasure. It's really a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Oh, she married Big John. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too goddamn much. Peter, stop that, and Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Bless us, O Lord, and these are our gifts we're about to receive from our bounty. We pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Oh. And also from my father, taken from us by the merciless greed of that bastard abbot. Peter. Give me, Lord. And please help me to forgive those who wronged us. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Christine. Which one was Christine? Amen. 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 Yes, why are we the only ones who pray? Andreas, it's good to have you at our table again. And another guest. Is this young man your assistant? Casper, yes, he's my apprentice. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing it in that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. Oh, they remembered that I love the rye bread. Save her for last. You still draw in your journal, Andreas? I prefer to spend what little free time I have in books these days. Aunt Davis said she teaches me to read, but her book got destroyed in a flood. How nice that you have the time. And we toil all day, that's despicable habit is starving us while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. How have the fates been treating you these last few years? The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. You must have noticed that Peter's father is no longer with him. The winter after you left was a difficult one. With all the taxes we owed, it was hard to make ends meet. We didn't make ends meet. Little kindness from the abbot could have spared us, but no. Sorry. Why? You don't control the abbot's cruel heart. Anyway, the debt was my responsibility to pay. Yeah, they didn't let me take advance on that. And I failed. Oh, right, I didn't tell him that we have to pay early. And this year, the whole family's been ill. Andreas, Peter, Ursula, with Meg, and me, well. I lost a child and child bed a year ago. Do you have any idea what the cause might have been? Andreas. Alright, Veronica. Agnes suggested it might have been a fright I was given during the flood. And they swept away. The child came early. Agnes tried her best to save him. He had a deformity of the skull and didn't live long. Oh. But don't think about it, just keep the conversation going. You're already thinking about it. Please leave me alone just for a while. Alright, just for a while. Maybe the child is with the Lord now. The Lord doesn't seem to look our way any longer. Why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. Eat out of the table. Please, can we not talk about this now? Mercure was married while you were away, Andreas. Really? To whom? Me, Andreas. Why else do you think I'm here? Of course, you two make a good match. York has been good to me, and there aren't many other options in tasking anyway. There's been a couple things, but I'm still not used to being married. Congratulations, York. I'm happy for you. Yes, Andreas, it's been our one blessing in this dark season. Children soon to come, I hope. What? I don't get it. You? Don't forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? Foreign patrons are fussy. I've spent a fortune trying to keep my ink, sweat, and canvases dry while traveling. And my life seems far from theirs now. Leave them waiting. What do you think? I'll say something. Well, I'm painting a commission. Well, I've been busy with Caspar's apprenticeship. I never have any time for myself. Commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. I feel like I shouldn't mention anything about money. You're not have any children, then. I did my best to be helpful. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself. Oh, Bob, I'm so hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread besides Master Andreas and me. Stop! Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamn guest. Besides, we already have work to get back to, don't we? Good. Time to basket. Basket. Time to get back to it, Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. Apologies, Peter. We didn't mean to overstay our welcome. It's alright, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. It was lovely to see you again. Thank you for coming. Yes, thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? I think so. Good. Hopefully we'll see you later. Until then. Like, I'm clearly wearing nice clothes. Like, nicer clothes and doing well. I feel like if I had complained about money and extra work, it would have been an insult. First monarch of Israel. According to the Old Testament, Saul was divinely rejected from Egypt after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. Sin of Saul! The sin of Saul! Master, did you hear that? It sounded like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Amelie. She's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Sister Amelie, are you alright? The Philistines, this is the hand of God. Complain. Yeah, right now. Is there something happening at Complain? No! Sister Amelie. The artist, Andreas. Are you alright, sister? Tired. Was I talking? Yes. What did I say? Think about the sin of Saul, the Philistines, and Complain. Oh, I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Casper to go get him? If you could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Casper, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andreas. My apprentice, Casper Ziegler from Salzburg. Apprentice, but I think of him like a son. He seems eager to please you. Of course, that is the job of an apprentice. Quite enthusiastic, yes. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. The world is one of spirits, decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from this little window. They are merciful small glimpses. It was a difficult, mercifully. This still allows me to contemplate mysteries without the noise of the outside world polluting my thoughts. Your world is the world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is God's will, He graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. Join your will, intimate with Jesus, so you wear your will. Only God is giving visions He wants you to understand. Understanding is a trial, Andreas. What God wants from me is to strive, and in striving, to understand different, deeper mysteries. It is not my place to perform God's will, but to contemplate the revelations I received. Mister, what is that hole in the ground? My grave. That seems macabre. I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites. Before I was enclosed here, I dig a little more in it each day. People find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. If someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. Of course, how could we do otherwise? Calling to a cloistered life not enough? No, I thought it might be, but as you yourself have learned, cloistered life is not so cloistered. Fighting of the temporal world against the spirit world is like flint against steel. Sparks are inevitable. Your calling in question, Andreas, is your life. Both, I think. Lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years have been hard. It's all too much for me. Up, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Augustine? Augustine. St. Augustine of Hippo was an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of Hippo Regius. He is recognized as doctor of the church and is most known for his works, The City of God, his autobiographic confessions, as well as his development in the doctrine of original sin. Huh, interesting. Andreas, thank you for sending Caspar. She asked for you. Are you alright, Sister Amelie? Yes, Father. I may have had another vision. Andreas said I spoke of Sir Saul, Philistines, and Compline. What do you think it means, Father? Andreas, Caspar, could you excuse us? We appreciate the help, but I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. God bless you both. I'm confused. What did all that mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Amelie have a vision was before the Baron was murdered. But do you think Sister Amelie could be receiving warnings? I think that, especially after the fact, but I only was present for one murder and one other vision. Perhaps there's a medical explanation for her condition, fever or St. Anthony's fire. In fact, I was only present for one murder and one other vision. But what if there's another murder? If that happens, I may revise my opinion. Come, Caspar, let's retire for the evening. Okay, so for now, I just head to bed. Well, I guess this is it. Sparse compared to what I'm used to. Getting late, I should get some rest. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. And I'm gonna go ahead and quick phone in. Oh wow, I slept in. I'm gonna quick phone in a little break to feed the doggy because he's going to have his supper. He twitched at that. You want your supper? You want to get up, Mr. Bernie? Is it feeding time? I say that to make sure you get up so I don't run. There we go. That's a good boy. All right, we will be right back, everybody. I return with noms. I fed the dog, and I'm feeding the streamer. What can I say? I saw the food in the game, and it actually made me like I need to eat something. It reminded me I need to eat. Thankfully, I can play this game with one hand. Illuminati's library. Oh yeah. Drop this, Casper. I think so, Master. You look so beautiful, Master Andreas. You like that? You were warned. Warned? What does that mean? About what? It has to do with the murder that happened the last time I was here. Oh, I thought they caught the murderer. But it's complicated. Just head up to the library, Caspar. Oh, crap. Hello, Master Mallory. Oh, boy. Mallory. Oh, hello, Andreas. Andreas. Ernie pushing his way. Can't. Can't. Andy. I'm worried. How he's gonna die. There he is. But the guy, what are you doing out here? Now they're gonna ask me to inform the townsfolk that the shrine is closed. Closed? With everything going on? Whatever for? Father Abbot has ordered that we bring the hand into the church. Pilgrims are still welcome to come in and visit the relic, but it is off limits to the townsfolk. What? Why? The abbot has had enough of the peasants and townsfolk rebelling against the abbey. He is their rightful lord. The abbot has been more than generous, and he will not let the 12 articles pass. The abbot refuses to leave the relic at risk of destruction. The hand of St. Moritz is the only thing keeping the abbey open. The passing relies on St. Moritz just as much as the abbey. What about the faith of the townsfolk? Nerd. Hi, Naps. This is about money. The pilgrims bring donations, but the townsfolk don't. So he's punishing the town further. They can stop engaging in such heretical and sinful behavior. The abbot is trying to protect the relic, nothing more. No, this is about money. No one wants to destroy the hand of St. Moritz guy. The abbot's a cruel man, and you're no better defending him. I'll do my duty and as my vows and my lord commands me, Andreas. God bless you. Well, damn. Grace, wonderful to see you again. How have things been in Nuremberg? I've actually been in Paris recently. Nuremberg is wonderful. Wonderful, then. I'm glad to hear it. I need a new phone. My speakers are hooked up. Oh no! Forgive me for asking, but how did you find music in Paris? Beautiful. Motets and chansons were quite popular. I think you'd like it. I believe I would. Thank you. Perhaps if God blesses us, we may see some of those compositions before long. I love our music, of course, but I'm interested in what is being created across the Christendom. I suppose it came to pay respects to Brother Piero. I'm so sorry, Andreas. He was a wonderful man and a faithful servant of Christ. He was my friend and a teacher. Well, despite the occasion, it is good to see you again. God bless you, Andreas. If I pop in? Go for it. I am streaming it in the Discord server as well. Ooh. Alright, now... Yeah...
God bless you, Andreas.
I don't remember how to get to the library. Adok?
Hello, who's this?
It's Andreas, Brother Adok. Andreas Malik.
Oh, Andreas, the fine young artist from Nuremberg.
Not quite so young anymore, brother. You flatter me.
You art flattered in my writing. Yours and Brother Piero's both, God rest his soul. It's a blessing to work with talent such as yours and Piero's. And Gabriel and Rupert and Sister Michaela when the nuns helped us with our labors. How many years of toil? They are gone now. I pray they are at rest with the Lord. Soon I will be gone, then Brother Guy and all that remain of us are books. Enough of that. How have you been, Andreas?
God has blessed me with good fortune. I've been well, thank you. Successful in body, but not in spirit. God has blessed me with good fortune.
Good. Be sure to share with others when you're able.
You seem more at ease now than when I was last here.
Do I? Maybe so. I may have worked in the scriptorium beyond the limits of this body. Strained my brotherly love for Guy. The scriptorium took my sight and the use of my hands, but when it closed, it also took the pain from my heart.
Oh, he's blind now.
Yeah, but is content to let me serve the Lord through prayer and contemplation, and so it contents me. Sorry, Andreas, but I must rest now. It's good to hear your voice at Kirsu again. God bless you.
God bless you, Brother Adok. They're closing the scriptorium.
How long is this game?
Well, this is Act 2.
Oh.
It has been 7 years since the last murder happened. Which is why I am now Andreas is a much older man with an assistant. He traveled to France, became a successful artist, was married with no children, and came to visit the grave of his friend Brother Piero. Which, by the way, I did watch the murder as the execution as you requested. It was brutal.
Who was it?
So funny story. I don't think it mattered who I chose. The answer was always going to be wrong.
Oh.
So, you want the hyper summarized version?
Sure.
The Baron didn't exactly make any friends. In fact, he constantly fraternized with women behind his wife's back. And one of the women in the village, he accidentally got pregnant.
Oh.
And in an attempt to abort the child she had when she realized he wasn't going to be good on his promises to her, she accidentally killed herself. So, because of that, the stonemason, who was this girl's father, doesn't like him. An old woman, whose husband was beaten and then promptly died a year later by him, doesn't like him. And he was the financial supporter of the church, who also does not like him because he started favoring Martin Luther. Basically, this guy didn't have any friends. So, in the end, the person that I accused of the murder was the previous prior, because we found a murder weapon with occult etchings and had found out that the Baron had approached the prior with occult practices in the hopes of performing this heretical ritual that may or may not have involved the fact that he was trying to keep hush-hush about potentially having an STD.
Ah.
So he was turning to the occult to cure it. And obviously, the prior wanted nothing to do with it, so the Baron was trying to blackmail him into doing it.
I
So
see.
that's why I accused him in the end. It's like, I need to say something. And I feel like that's as close as I'm going to get. And then as soon as we finished the execution process, we got a letter from the actual killer.
Mm.
And now we've returned to Curacao after the abbot had banned us for our involvement.
I see.
And
Do a good thing and you get punished for it.
we did a good thing, but also shamed the name of the monastery because the abbot was trying to pin the blame on one of the elderly brothers whom we were trying to prove innocent. Not that it mattered. 7 years later, that brother had passed away, and we come visiting his grave.
I see.
Now we come to town, and they are in the middle of a potential rebellion because the church keeps taxing them, and they can't afford taxes. A lot of the villagers are actually dead because they can't afford food. A lot of men, women, and children were lost.
It seems like Martin Luther was right.
Well, it's the truth. It's these people
Yeah, I
were
know.
being taxed, and lives were lost because of it.
Yeah, it's the world is being led by the Catholic Church for a long time.
Now,
You can't deny that.
I cannot deny that. There also is no denying that the Catholic Church headed several scientific and artistic advancements in the world.
That is true. That is true.
I'm not saying one covers the other. I need to point out both sides of the coin, especially when our character is a traveling artist. Like, being able to work in a scriptorium is a literal blessing for him. The church has access to all knowledge. Not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, it is just a fact.
Well, yeah, but also people outside the church who do scientific advancement were labeled heretics and they
And
were
witches.
burned at the stake. Yeah. If they, so what if they did scientific advancement? They kept it to themselves. Anyone trying to do something else
Was
were
heresy.
labeled as heretics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason why the times changed. But anyway, we woke up this morning to a letter written in the same ink and style as the murderer from 7 years ago, and all it said was, "You have been warned."
I'm guessing the church had something to do with it.
I think the Abbot Gurneau is responsible for the murder. But now he wants to sell me books, so books! No, seriously, I chose the personality of book nerd, so our guy is like, but books. Also, I have attendees. You know,
It's
maybe
a
I should
funny
have taken a
game.
bite of something when I have to read.
Yeah, maybe.
What's interesting about this game is I actually missed out on some information because of the choices I made. This is a write your own story kind of game. And I found out last stream it's written by the same guy who did the writing for Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, you're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, it's funny because as soon as I found that out, all I could think of is is degenerates like you belong on a cross. That's all I can think of now. Oh, Sister Zagina. You're looking like a real artist now. I'm impressed. You must be living like a lord. Not quite. Lord has been strapped down by obligations to others. Between my wife and my patrons, I'm miserable. Oh, yeah. We went back to Nuremberg, got married, and immediately started traveling again. Yeah. The new backstory that I got to chose as an add-on is having him go to France. I chose that because we got a book from the church that was written in French, and at the time I couldn't read it. So I feel like it would make sense to go to France, learn French, just to read this book. Based on how I've written the character so far.
So he hasn't had time to have kids yet.
Correct. He's been too busy with work. The marriage was an arranged one, so it's not as if he really got to know his wife. But in order to be a master craftsman, you have to be married. That is a rule. It's like a law. You cannot be considered a master craftsman or businessman until you have a house, a wife, and then a business.
I see.
Mm-hmm. I've had a trip. In the meantime, hi Scarlett. In the meantime, this boy Caspar behind me is my apprentice.
I see.
I have a theory that Andreas is going to get killed and Caspar is going to be the next playable character.
Hope not. I mean,
in the meantime, Caspar is from Salzburg, which is on the brink of revolution, and people are being killed.
I've had to travel over for my patrons. It's been difficult with the revolts.
My patrons. That would be correct. Yeah, the year is now 1525. Dreadful. At least you can get the mud on your shoes from beyond us. At least you can get mud on your shoes from beyond a single courtyard. Why don't you like living at Kirsu's? As bitter as ever, I see. You're not the only ones with troubles, you know. You can solve your troubles, Andreas. I'm stuck with mine. I'm not like you, Andreas. I never chose this life. Fun fact, a lot of women became nuns just so they wouldn't have to marry. Because that was basically her choice.
That or branded a witch.
Uh-huh.
You know, people, women during the Black Plague were accused of being witches because they didn't get the Black Plague, but they had cats.
Mm-hmm.
And the cats ate the mice.
And they got sick.
But that's the reason why cats are associated with witches, because during the Black Plague.
Family couldn't marry me off to anyone of higher rank, so they donated to the abbey. The amount was substantial enough for the abbey to take me in as a nun, so I was forced to take the habit. Oh, so you were paid to be made and not your family's problem. Ah. I left my life before Kirsu. At least you chose your vocation. I was shoved into mine and forgotten. And here you are. Muttering as though you aren't the most successful person in Tassing right now. Yeah. So you flout and disrespect the rest of the sisters, I see. I had no idea.
That's so that last one is so disrespectful.
I mean, it's true. It's not like she's the only one. Not that that makes it any better, though. I'm not choosing it. Just like,
Though, to be honest, if I was in that situation, I probably would have picked the third one, but I don't have a filter.
In the meantime, so a change over the last 7 years. Sister Illuminata was what we knew her as last time. Now she is Mother Illuminata, which means she has been promoted, which means the previous mother mother being like head of the nuns, has passed away.
Yeah. I know how the church works, kind of.
I'm saying that for people in chat or people on YouTube who are actually watching this and don't know these things.
Oh.
But I feel like the correct thing to say, the politically correct thing is, I had no idea, I'm sorry. You're lucky to have a life you do, Andreas Mahler. You men can become whatever you like. Not wrong. While I, a woman of noble birth, am forever stuck sitting on with crones and old men. I've accepted a lot these past few years, but I can never be as perfect as Illuminata. Still, it's better than it was. Return to my duties. Thank you for speaking with me, Andreas Mahler. Till later, Sister Zadina. Oh, I'm allowed in the library now!
Books.
So, the other difference with her is the last time I saw her, she kept putting her hand on her waist and holding her body as if she was with child.
Huh.
So that might change. Books. God bless you, Andreas. It has been too long. And the last time Illuminata and I spoke, it was about the problems of being a woman. And it was actually an eye-opening conversation for Andreas because he talked about like, oh, I love this story. It's like about how this man goes off adventuring, and she'd say like, yes, and the woman that loved him was burned at the stake for refusing to marry the man she was wed to. He's like, ah, oops. Oopsie. I know Father Abbott made it clear you were not to return when you left, but we had hoped to hear from you. My apologies. Yes, you're right, of course. Good to see you again, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice, Casper Zieliger. My apprentice, Casper Zieliger. It's good to see you again. God bless you, Mother Superior. God bless you, young Casper. Master Mahler. Tina, it's good to see you, sister. You as well. I think we actually had an opportunity to flirt with Zadina last time we were here. And do stuff we probably shouldn't do with a nun, but a lot of people did with nuns anyway.
Yeah, because then they couldn't talk. They couldn't talk about it because then they would they'd get in trouble and not the person who did it.
Oh. Little known fact of history, some women became nuns so they could get away with sleeping with a bunch of men.
Ah, I
Or other
see.
Because they would never have to wed. It was actually surprisingly common. Fun fact, prostitution also started in the Catholic Church. Ah! It made money, God bless.
Oh God.
There's your fun fact for the day. I mean, if we're gonna be super technical, it started with like brothels and stuff, but again, the church was like, no, brothels are.
We're gonna get hunted by the Catholic Church. Just you wait. They're gonna send the fucking Templars after our ass.
Ah, the Pope's a Midwesterner now. He's gonna hear this and laugh. He's gonna hear this and be like, woohoo, Catholic hookers, let's go. Praise be your Trojans.
Oh God.
Anyway, I needed that laugh. After Baron Rothfugl's murder, we've had fewer and fewer wealthy patrons. Small number that held out lost interest. It's easier to commission new work from the Guild of St. Luke or individual master big cities like Nuremberg. Nuremberg is where we're from. Guild of St. Luke regulated trade and sale of art in cities around Europe. Artists who sought to have apprentices and businesses often had to become members of the privilege. Father Gano saw no reason to keep the scriptorium or library open. Most of the books have been suffering from neglect. After Mother Cecilia's death, neither I nor Sister Zadina had time to maintain our inventory. Terrible, Kiersey was one of the last monastic scriptoria in Bavaria. As Brother Piero was fond of saying, all things change in time. Now all that remains are books for sale to interested parties, a task that Father Gernot had entrusted to me. And Sister Zadina, of course. Well, I'm eager to look through your inventory. Curious, maybe you could find a book for little Magdalene. Something that's not in print yet. Excellent idea, Casper. Oh, that's right. Magdalene, the farmers that we were staying with, also suffered a lot of deaths, and one of the little girls wanted to learn how to read but didn't get a chance to because the book got damaged.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you look really annoyed. Percival, perhaps Klaus would not object to this romance given its emphasis on Christian virtues. Parzival, a 13th century retelling of the Arthurian hero Percival, written by Wolfram von Eschenbach. Themes of love, chivalry are prominent in this author's tale. German is a little dated, but I'm sure she'll figure it out with Klaus's help. Who knows, maybe it'll inspire her imagination. Aw, boo.
No more books.
Is that it? Take your time, make sure you look through the whole collection. Ow!
Oh. There's an arrow.
Oh, because I clicked there.
Ah.
Boo. Oh, okay, there's more up here.
I thought this, library seemed a little small.
Huh. I think these are Latin translations of some of Oregon's homilies. They're partially burned. Prolific first century Aztec and theologian best known for his exegetical writings and homilies influenced by the development of the Trinity and the ransom theory atonement. The Trinity literally being the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I think. Probably not a gift for such a young...
Yeah.
Wait.
I think so.
This is the same bookhand as the notes I found when the Baron was murdered. Oh, ooh. Check so we can cross-reference. I need to know who wrote this. I'm overwriting the notes. I need to ask Illuminata about this. But first, more books. A copy of Jacob de Orang's Golden Legend. Every good Christian should know the legends of the saints. The Latin is simple enough that she should be able to read it before long. Well, that one and that one. Oh, Richard de Barry's Philobiblon. Richard de Barry. 13th century English priest and later Bishop of Durham. Richard de Barry was one of the first private book collectors and is best known for Philobiblon, which prescribed the care of his collection. Huh. Oh. And preservation of books. Maybe this is where Illuminati and Cecilia learned all their tricks. Only a good book for a printer's daughter. Well, I think I gotta be careful about choosing a religious book because the village is currently up in arms against the church. Albert de Magnus de Animalibus. It's ostensibly a beast.
Ooh.
But it contains much more knowledge on the variety of topics. To inspire an interest in animals in the natural world. Beautiful illustrations as well. Ooh, I like that. I will take all of them.
Books.
Books. It's funny because someone actually did ask me, like, why did you make Andreas a book nerd if he's an artist? Books!
Books.
I like books! Have you decided which books to purchase? Yes, just one.
Annibulus.
I was gonna say either the Annibus, which would inspire some art, or the Philobiblion, which would teach how to maintain books. Keep in mind, her father runs a printing press, so knowing how to maintain books would be useful. I'll hell with it. Annibulus. Wealth of knowledge. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Klaus Drucker's daughter, Magdalene, will. Latin may pose a challenge for her, but I'm sure with persistence she can overcome it. Anything else you need? There's Mother Illuminata. What do you know about this book? I don't know anything. This is the first time I've seen it. Where did you find it? I've seen it on one of the lower shelves. I don't think it's in our catalog. It has to be from another Bavarian scriptorium, probably in the last century. Why? How can I find out where it came from? It's burned around the edges. Why? How can I find out where it came from and who wrote it? If it's not in our catalog, I'm afraid I don't know whom you could ask. If it was a recent edition, the only people who would know are Mother Cecilia and Father Matthias. Shame, because whoever scribed in this book wrote the letters I found while investigating the Baron's murder. The ones in the fine book hand. Brother Adok told me about them. Perhaps he knows something about this book. He's been here longer than any of us. Why would the person who wrote the letters have scribed a book in our library? That's the question. Whoever did it is the thread puller. Someone who's manipulating people like Kirso and Tasling, pulling threads to provoke someone into killing the Baron. Yeah, that's the thing is, so these letters were sent to all of the potential suspects. They were sent to the old woman whose land was being taxed and taken away from her, so she had reason to hate both the Baron and the church. The stonemason who lost his daughter because of the Baron's reckless actions. And the friar who wanted to be abbot but wasn't trusted by the other brothers due to a history of astrology. This occult nonsense! Oh, is it astrology or astronomy? I always mix them up. The one with the zodiac.
Astrology.
That was astrology, okay. I thought one of the brothers killed the Baron. He did, but the Baron was lured to the chapter house by someone who knew Kirso and Tassing's secret. Yeah, the first note was in the Baron's, in his corpse's hand. We found one that said, revealing the two innocents. So he knew about it, and I originally suspected the stonemason, and potentially the old woman, like, getting the stonemason to do it. Problem, the old woman can't read. And the stonemason cares too much about his living family to put it in harm's way. So that only left the occult brother. Which is what?
Which is why he chose the priest.
Mm-hmm. It's the only one that made sense. To me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense too.
Well, I'm afraid
I don't trust the church anyway, so.
I don't trust specific members of the church. I cannot generalize a group. Any emotions I feel that are negative or positive regard an individual rather than a whole. But that's just me. Actually, I stand corrected. There is one thing that ticks me off. Anybody who says they're woke. That is like the only thing that I would like. If you tell me you are woke, I am going to immediately turn the other way and just start walking. No. No.
I
I'm
guess,
I am a philosopher. No, you are an intelligent being who is comprehending multiple theories and trying to express them into people and in order to grasp the facets of humanity and sociological understanding around you. Isn't that what a philosopher is? Yes, but saying I am a philosopher is... That's not what you're... When you say I am a philosopher, what you're saying is I have a high ego and high intelligence.
look. I don't care if you like philosophy. Go ahead. But don't ruin your future by getting a philosophy major, because you can't do anything with that other than teach other people fucking philosophy. Like, seriously.
I find
if you,
philosophy
if you,
interesting.
yeah, like, it's fine. It's like, if you find philosophy interesting, okay, learn it. But don't bar yourself from living by getting a philosophy major. It's useless.
You know what? I can add on to that. I technically have a master's in English theory and creative writing. Now, would you like fries with that?
At least that one's more useful than a fucking master's in philosophy.
With a major in musical production and audio engineering. Did you want cheese on your burger, man? It's a truth. It is a very harsh truth, but it is a truth.
Yeah, it's just, look, I don't care if you like philosophy, just don't get a master's in it.
Or if you do...
You're going to be in debt for philosophy, and you're not going to be able to ever pay that debt off.
Or if you do, have a degree in something else first.
Yeah, no. Like, have a minor in philosophy or something, like, and have your master's in something that's actually useful.
Unless you're a therapist, in that case, definitely dive into philosophy. It's a good way to fuck with your patients.
Yeah.
Side note, if anyone in my chat is actually listening to me saying this, I'm just saying, Machiavelli's The Prince and Other Notes was a great read. And I'm just leaving it at that.
Better to be feared than loved if one cannot be both.
True. Well, the thing that's interesting about books like Machiavelli is they are meant to be written, and they're meant to be read and thought about. You are not necessarily forced to agree with what is written in a book. It is meant to provoke you into thinking about it.
So I do agree with that one sentence, though.
I debate it.
If you can't be both, then it's better to be feared. Because if you're loved, of course people will love you, but there will always be those who hate you. And if they don't fear you, they will take advantage of that.
Fair point. Claims.
Like, it's not saying you can't be both. It's just, it's better to be feared than loved if one cannot be both. So you try your damn hardest to be both feared and loved.
Alright.
But again, there's always going to be those who don't fear you.
Those who don't
How
fear
the
me
world
trust
works.
me. Those who do fear me also trust me. Because they know I'm not going to do anything. I could. I won't. Because that's not the kind of person I am. Hi, brother guy. Thank you for being somewhat... Thank you for showing some emotional growth as a human being, but also you're a dick.
Like, is his name actually Guy, or
Yeah.
was that an A?
Guy, G-U-Y, Guy.
Okay. Because when I saw that on my phone, it looked like it was gay. Which, back here, it would just mean happy, but which would be very funny considering who he is.
I think there actually are two gay brothers in the church.
That's not what I was saying, but yeah. No, I'm not talking about the modern definition. I'm talking about.
Bah.
Ici prendiveres.
Hi, Klaus. You're back. Good. So, bit of a sad story here. The Druckers were like our good friends, and our guy was too busy for his own family, let alone others. And in the 7 years he was gone, a lot of people in Tassing have passed away, including Klaus's wife and first son.
Ah.
So this little girl Magdalene is all he has. And we have been too busy to write a response letter. We're almost ready to sit and eat. Would you and Casper care to join us? Of course, thank you, Klaus. And I have a present for you. Come back, Andreas, Casper. Who are these two? Andreas, these are my friends, Benjamin and Sommerfield. They're on their way back to Prague. Oh, I actually know this one. An imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, the city's mint made it a hub for German and Italian bankers. The merchants and university became a gathering
Yeah,
place.
the Templars were bakers.
Yeah. Prague was
That was their
one
whole
of the
point
beginning.
being, essentially the whole being of them being created was to be bankers, but they also were Catholic mercenaries.
Mm-hmm. Which had a lot to do with, which made a big revolution in Italy.
Yeah.
Good day. Hello. Excuse me for not getting up. It's a bit difficult. Of course, I understand. It's nice to meet you both. Hello. Hello. That sounded like a real word, Klaus. She's learning more of them every day. She'll be reading before long. It's a wonderful segue to the gift I've brought her. Oh? When's her birthday? Here, consider it a small apology. Well, all right, let's see the small apology. Here you are. Albert de Magnus's De Animabilis. Andreas, she's only 2 years old. You can read it until she's... I'm sure she'll learn quickly in a printer's house. You can read it until she's ready. Thanks for this. It's a nice thought. That's the other thing is, I didn't... As interesting as the Falobian would have been, the biggest problem is it's Catholic. This book is not. Well, it's less.
I mean, the Flobian was just a way to
maintain
it was
books.
written. It was written by a priest,
Mm-hmm.
but it's basically just to maintain books.
That's the other thing is I've mentioned there's a good and a bad to this, and in high school I did not find history interesting at all.
I like history.
Oh, it's funny because now as an adult that I can freely study the history that actually interests me, I love it. Keywording, now that I can study the history I want to. Like, I excelled in history class because every year we studied World War II, the Vietnam War, 9/11, World War II, the Vietnam War, 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh, and then junior year, the Mesopotamians, World War II, the Vietnam War, 9/11. I was alive during 9/11. I don't need a history book telling me what I saw.
That was 9 months. 9 months old.
God. I was in the class that had the... I was in class? I was in the only classroom that had a television. So all the teachers stopped their classes and were watching the 9/11 incidents live with kindergartners in the classroom. Were we kindergartners or were we first graders? One or the other. But I just remember So my big interest that got me into like reading and studying and math and science and all that in the first place was my grandfather, who also pressured me into how to live life as a man, but that's a different story. Anyway, I knew he worked as a military scientist in the Pentagon. What I did not know is that he came home 2 weeks earlier than expected. So when 9/11 happened, we didn't know he was already back home.
Oh.
Yeah, his wing was the one that got hit. So my mother and I just remember mom and I crying in the living room, scared out of our wits. And then the phone rang. And all I hear is like, hello? What the fuck, Dad? Like, that's... I rarely hear my mother swear, but when she does, oh man. And that the thing is, I'm one of the fortunate few that can laugh about that. A lot of people couldn't. And
so,
well,
in the Pentagon, in the wing that was hit, where it hit, there's a memorial now.
mhm.
If you go out to the courtyard in the center of it, during the reconstruction, one of the guys doing it, he put a coin where the nose of the plane landed.
Oh. There's so many 9/11 conspiracies to say, and people who weren't around back then buy into them. It's frustrating. Mm-hmm. I remember.
Oh, you mean like the president is the one who ordered 9/11?
What the fuck? No. Do you think he was smart enough to do that?
It stems from because he was in a school reading the children when it happened, and his Secret Service guy goes over, is like, a plane hit the Pentagon, and he didn't react at all. He just kept reading.
Well, yeah, because he was reading to children.
And the way the towers fell, because they fell inwards on each other and not... It's okay. So, jet fuel doesn't burn hot enough to melt steel.
Correct.
But it does burn hot enough to weaken steel and allow you to bend it.
Mm-hmm.
So the steel supports got weak, so it bent and imploded on itself.
Yes. And I can explain how that works. It's called infrastructure in a massive city. If you're going to have a building that tall, you need to have some kind of a fail-safe.
Not the ATF. The TSA didn't exist back then.
Yeah, no, the TSA didn't exist back then. But also, these massive buildings were designed to, if struck or put in a way that they were going to fall, they were to collapse upon themselves to minimize damage to the surrounding buildings. It's how they were designed. So the fact that it's a conspiracy theory, shut the fuck up. Here's a conspiracy theory for you. We knew Pearl Harbor was going to happen before it happened. We just didn't listen.
Oh yeah, no.
That's real.
There's these two guys in the radar station who tracked the bombers.
Yeah. What's Japan gonna do? Spit on us? Oh shit. Well, we're at war.
We also sank a Japanese submarine just before the attacks happened, so it might have been our fault that it happened soon. But
yeah,
whatever.
FDR was an anti. Jesus Christ. This is a fun topic to bring up while I'm on stream. Please don't shoot me. Look, I have family that was in the military, and my great-grandfather, bless his heart, he taught me things about World War II that my teachers would never have accepted.
But my great-grandfather, he never talked about it. And when he did, he sounded like it was the only way he would is if we kept pressing him, and he sounded like very displeased that we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my grandfather, he fought in the Battle of the Bulge, or at least the latter half of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was the new guys coming to replace the old guys as friends.
Mm.
So he was getting both shit from the Germans, getting shot at, and his own allies because they didn't like him because they were the replacements for their friends. And then he got stuck there for like 6 or 7 months afterwards, going around Europe.
Getting super
He had to hop
sidetracked.
trains and shit.
Getting super sidetracked, so I'm gonna share this last part and then move on with the game. My great grandfather was on one of the ships crossing the Pacific. For the sake of privacy, we're just gonna call it the USS Midwest. Because there are plenty of ships. As my grandfather was in the woods. Oh, I have not watched Band of Brothers. Check it out. And the whole reason he got to sharing about World War II stories is because he has a scar on his right leg in the back. And what it was shrapnel of the ship he was on, which was exploded. And he had to swim back with a wounded leg. Like he had to swim to the nearest ship to retreat. And the only time he was ever serious with me was me being 6 years old at the time, being like, wow, these enemies of yours must have been really stupid to pick a fight with you. And he stopped, looked me dead in the eyes, and he said, never insult your enemy. If they are the fool for attacking you, then you are the fool for attacking back. And any allies who lost their lives are even bigger fools. That's why we respect our enemies. And I took that lesson to heart. Like, my great-grandpa, he had a sense of humor. He was a general goofball. That's scary. It's true. If you insult your enemies, you're only insulting yourself. And it was the only time he was ever serious with me. This is the same guy who, when I was like I think I was like 7 or 8, and he asked me to help him knock a wasp nest off the ceiling. And when I got to the roof, he tried to move the stepladder, and it collapsed. Like it broke and collapsed on the ground. So I'm stuck on his roof, thinking I have a way back as I whack a wasp's nest. I run back to where the stepladder is. It's gone. I'm just stuck there with a bunch of pissed off wasps. And he's just laughing his ass off. Just like looking at the broken ladder and looking at me. I'm just like, motherfucker, help! Oh. And anytime he and great grandma would have a problem farting while walking, he'd be like, "Oh, the ducks are here." My grandfather served in these. Yeah. All right. Anyway, massively sidetracked. Let's get back to Jesus. We should probably pray before we eat, assuming the Summerfields don't mind. Not at all. We're accustomed to being guests in Christian homes. Thank you for asking, class. Right, I'll lead the prayer then. I think at this point they're being Christian because everyone's just used to being Christian. Bounty through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 Oh, thank you again for letting me know. Actually interesting that they did pray. Oh! Huh? No, I'm fine. Just sore everywhere. Anyway, we'd hoped to get home weeks ago, but fighting has made it progress from Basel. Is your home in Prague? Basel is hardly on the way to Prague. Red looks great, no kidding. We'd rather not get caught up in the battles between the Swabian League and peasants. We've taken a strange route. Swabian League has a military group maintained by the free imperial cities of the Holy Roman Empire. Members include nobles, knights, and hired or retained mercenaries. Oh yeah, speaking of extremes during the 7-year gap, remember the guy that totally didn't steal from the Baron and disappeared? He was kind of a lazy bum who didn't do shit. Turns out in the 7 years we were gone, he got robbed trying to sell the Baron's things, became a highwayman, and lost his partner who was a fellow highwayman, and in losing his partner in crime, he realized how important it should be to come back home. So he came back home to his wife, found out that his father-in-law and his son had passed away in the winter, and brought them what fortune he could to maintain the farm so that they could have a new son.
I see.
7 years is a long time.
Yeah.
But also, he he totally cleaned up his act after being a grade A criminal. We were in Basel to do some business, but we didn't want to overstay our welcome. Okay, so they're also printing press workers. Oh, they're Jewish. That explains why they didn't pray. Just say I've gone back and forth enough on Jews and Basel that it's not best to feel too comfortable.
Oh,
Comfortable
I need to go to the
enough.
bathroom. I'll be back in a second.
Right, we couldn't stay long. You know the printer Johann Fröben. How could I not be? He turned Basel into the pride of the Swiss printing. An incredible artist working for him. All true, and we certainly didn't mind that he publishes books in Hebrew. That's why we visited. Benjamin and I are creating a Hebrew type for him. Turns out that when your hometown banishes all the Jews, you have a more difficult time finding Jews to work for you. Ooh. I actually kind of want to suggest this game to people who are history nerds. Who could have guessed? I just wish it hadn't taken us so long to get home. We have so far to go still. Yeah, it's lucky timing for me, though. Now I have 2 printers and a master artist on my dinner table. True, it isn't all misfortune.
Hey!
Oh yes, thank you. And a future printer and baby printer to be. Passing hasn't seen this many artists under one roof in a while. It's amazing to see how far printing has come so quickly. Some of the engravings I've seen are incredible. What have you been working on in Prague? Well, the skills for printing and painting are not that simple. Oh, that's like a douchey thing to say. Amazing to see printing has come by so quickly. Incredible. And new techniques, new types, new styles are being developed every year. Benjamin is trying to create a more readable script for Yiddish. We have a typefaces for Hebrew, but it would be nice to have something separate for Yiddish. I think I've seen it before, but I wasn't able to recognize it. Yes, it's developing. It's still a developing typeface, but usually only used in Jewish women's books. I'd like our writing to be more acceptable, especially to those who only read Yiddish. What time do you work till? Tonight I close, so I don't know if I'll be able to do the Inuyasha stuff today, just because I'm stuck with a lazy manager tonight, who's recently been downgraded to the crybaby manager. I'm sure to send you some samples when I'm finished class. Good, I'd like that. Oh. Yes, I'm fine. Plus, what are you working on? I need to get ready to sell to travelers. Press is open, but lately I've been printing the 12 articles for the town.
12 articles.
Thanks to Father Thomas, everyone in town can read at least well enough to make it through that sheet. Got a lot of people talking, and a lot of people are coming over to Otto's way of thinking. Well, you heard him yourself, Andreas. What do you think of the happening in Tassie? A tough one. Sorry, nom, 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 nom. Oh. He's a difficult person who's just trying to find a way through it. Yeah, it's always been an ass. What do you expect? Can't be so impoverished. They're selling the library's greatest prizes for a fraction of what they're worth. Well, I point that out, though. You're saying you cheaped out of my daughter's present. Didn't say that, but you could infer that. You know I never cut costs where books are involved. Good point. I wasn't happy to hear it either, but I was able to get some manuscripts I never would have been able to buy. I bought more than I should have, more than are going to be profitable to turn into printed books. If she were here, I'm sure.
Mama.
Would have given me an earful. Anyway, the Abbey's in such a bad state, there must have been one the Abbey can appeal to for more money. Who, the Pope? The Duke of Bavaria may lend him military aid, but money is unlikely. Bavaria, the title is held jointly by two brothers, Louis V and William IV. Both are working to suppress the peasant revolt. Yeah. We tried to sit down with Otto and work something out. Otto tried to reason with him. The abbot won't listen. Alright, white bread, apple pie, mushroom. Start with the pottage. Have the bread after. We are sympathetic to what's happening here. We saw it throughout Swabia. Peasants are suffering. I think the actual process is to have, like, a soup, then use the bread to scoop up whatever's left of the soup or pottage. And end on the dessert, in this case. True. We're worried about what happens in Tassie. Ow! I'm fine. Peasants are no match for the soldiers of the Swabian League. Okay, I'll be up late tonight. If you change your mind, just reach out. Will do. For reference, the reason I call this guy the lazy manager is, his closes are notorious for taking an hour longer than they're supposed to. Like, I may be at work till midnight tonight. Soldiers of the nobility, meant to defeat the empire, mercenary soldiers for hire, they rally coin, not for cause, bastards think they can crush people for crime. Crime standing up for themselves. Mercenary soldiers for hire, they rally for coin, not for cause, that's correct. One place goes 10. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite supervisor, typically gets us out of there by 10:45. He gets us out of there between 11:30 and midnight. Ugh. Doesn't matter if I bust my ass either. He just... No, seriously. I'm just gonna say this. I'll bust my ass to stock, clean, get everything set up, get all my pre-closing stuff by like 9:30. Oh, I have reported him. It's infuriating. Nobody wants to take his position. I've been trying. First time seeing the new model. Looks like, thank you. I kind of sort of lost the old model, so Urza made me a replacement one. And then realized she can dress up this model however she wants, so I'm currently getting a wardrobe. We'll see how that goes. But no, I've like talked to management about this dude. If I get like all my pre-closing done by like 9:30, 9:45, he will sit in the shitter for 40 minutes. When the register people need a manager, nowhere to be found. When they need to swipe for or to deal with a customer, nowhere to be found. I step up and I start talking to people while he's gone. It actually pisses me off. Ugh. I don't care if I'm hurt on that now. I've spoken my mind clearly. And on one hand, I feel bad for him because he's got a lot he's going through, but also, dude needs to sack up and do his fucking job. Or to the owner. I have. And for some reason, nothing's happened. It's infuriating. I'm about to change my availability at work, so I only close one night a week because I'm just done with this dude. Ugh. The wrong sort of attention. I know that Otto and the peasants are taking a risk, but I believe Otto will keep things peaceful. Anyway, it's not the Swabian League we have to worry about, but the soldiers of the Duke of Bavaria. Bavaria! Prince Bishop has the church's authority. The Duke's lands surround Tassing and Curacao. Manager. Good luck, he's a Floridian. Plus, I'm sorry for showing up yesterday without writing. I had every right to be angry. Plus, I want to apologize for never writing back. I was so caught up in work. You know how it is, and I never got around to it. Back, what happened here in Tassing and Curacao? How to forget it. What happened to your family? You had every right to be angry. I've been traveling so much, I missed most of your letters. So much time passed when I finally heard about Bert and Marie. I'm sorry. Ow! Oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. Oh no, I was afraid of this. We can't travel now, and this is all my fault. You should have left Basil earlier. Love you, Benjamin, but keep quiet. I don't care. I need help. Yes, we need a midwife. Is there one who would accept Rachel? Midwives? I have some medical experience. I could fetch Dr. Stoles. I can start you, and she's Tassing as midwife. Who'd you get her? Klaus? Yes, I should get her. Agnes has delivered every child in Tassing as long as I can remember. I'll make a customer complaint. See you later. Okay, then. You would never turn any woman away. Thank you, Klaus. You are mensch. Enough of the thanks. Get the midwife. Andreas, you're forgiven. Caspar, it was good to have you over, but you both have to leave. Thank you, Klaus. Good luck, Rachel. Thank you. I'll need it. I'll go fetch Agnes. Like, everyone's like, oh shit, baby! I almost forgot. You should go see the bonfire preparations in the town commons. On your last visit. Klaus! I'm going. Thank you, Klaus. We'll be going. Take care. Ah, shit, it's a baby! Oh, God. That's like such a... It's at 6 a.m. right now. I'm actually sick. Oh, no! I'm sorry, it took me forever to read that. Go. Everyone seems to be working hard for the bonfire tonight. Commons look festive, decorated like this. Look at all the flowers, Master, and the bonfire is huge. Is this gonna be a Wicker Man situation? How's the fire coming? Those logs work out alright for you, Andrews? As long as it's nearly finished with it all in place, Otto. Good. Alright, everyone, remember, after the bonfire tonight, we celebrate as usual. We will gather in the woods, and the women will collect herbs as tradition demands. Otto, the abbot has forbidden harvesting in the forest. Please, for everyone's sake, reconsider your actions. Thank you, Father, but the abbot's order goes against God's law. The forest belongs to all of us, as do all its game and fowl and fish. You cannot claim ownership over that which God gave us to hold in common. No, I'm sorry, Father. We'll proceed as planned. It's interesting that Otto isn't saying he wants to claim the forest from the church. He's saying the church can't claim it because it is ours collectively to share. He's actually being really fair about this. Passing has never let anything get in the way of our St. John's customs as long as I can remember. We won't start now. And remember, tomorrow I will show you proof that as sure as the sun turns round on the earth. As sure as the sun turns round the earth. Oopsie. God and our saints are with us. Good day, Andreas. Hey, Brother Waslav. You looked upset at Otto's announcement. Is everything alright? Otto's becoming more aggressive in his defiance of the abbot. Father Gunnar will not take this news well. Well, who's telling? How could the abbot stop them? He can't exactly chase them all out of the woods himself. Father Abbot knows force is not the only way to get people to behave. How do you think he came to this position? For a point, why is the abbot so angry about it? Here, Father Thomas Andreas, the abbot declared the woods off limits. Anyway, it's not for me to say. I'm sure the abbot will tell you. Send me with an invitation for you to dine with him tonight.
Oh. Didn't he tell us not to come back here?
Yeah, now he's suddenly inviting us in to buy books and have supper. I'm sure the father will want to discuss this situation over supper. Kidding. What does the abbot think he can pry out of me now? I'd watch your tone around the abbot, Andreas. Will you go or not? Fine, I'll attend. Does the invitation extend to Caspar as well? I'm sorry, Andreas, but Father Abbot asked you to come to his house alone.
Well, we're about to die.
Well, that's Caspar's about to have to prove our death. Oh boy. Na 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 na. Somebody's gonna die. All right. Oh, I guess I'll see what all the fuss is about. Meet you back at the Golden Hand after dinner, all right? No, set up the festival decorations while you're at the abbot? Yes, but be back before sundown, all right? Yes, thank you, Master. I'll see you later. Oh boy.
He'd be a good dad.
Who, Andreas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, the fact that if it wasn't the fact that he has to travel everywhere.
Mm-hmm. This is actually really cool that they're setting up for this. I like seeing the actual festivities. Much simpler than the one in Nuremberg, but it's pretty all the same. Yes, best not keep the abbot waiting. We'll meet up with her. Alright, don't get into trouble. Hey, Till, haven't seen you in a while. Oh, Master Mallard? Alright, fine. Go ahead and talk to the abbot. What do you want? Oh yeah, has the baby been delivered? Dare I even?
Bye.
Hello, Andres. What, does no one have anything to say about the
child?
the child? No? Okay. God, just imagine going into that house. Like, you just coming in to say hello. They're just like, hello, everyone. Ah! Just from upstairs.
Yeah. It's like, I just wanted to visit my friend's grave. Why am I getting killed now?
No, it's just like, I just want to say hi to my friend. And you're just here, just The beauty of childbirth happening above you. Always have to pet the cat.
The aqueduct is broken.
Okay, so I need to make my way through the chapter house to the abbot's house. Jeez. Wow, no one's gonna say anything to me, huh? Chapter house. Well, they cleaned up the blood. I mean, it's been 7 years. Hello, pupper. Always stop everything to pet the dog, to pet the animals. If only your master wasn't a douche.
Who's about to kill us? Ah, it's you.
Yeah, it's this guy. God bless you, Andreas. Glad to see you received my invitation. Ready to eat? Yes.
So the abbot invited you to come back for books and stuff, right?
Yes, to buy books. So, it's a weird situation. I do not think he directly committed the murder, but I think he
had a hand in it.
Yeah, he drove whoever did it to do it.
But the thing is if you banned Andreas from coming back, he wouldn't need to kill him
Here.
unless. Yeah, it's like why did he bring us back? Like, why are you going to try to kill us? Or do you think you're about to be murdered? You want someone who solved the other murder to solve yours?
The other thing about this is, this weirdly for me was both a motivation for him to commit the murder and for him not to. He cares so much about the image of the cathedral that when... Sorry, someone's trying to call me. Okay. When Brother Piero was accused, he was the one who did the accusation, and his first instinct wasn't to bring forth who committed the murder of the Baron. It was, how quickly can we hide the body? He cares too much about the church's reputation, which is, to me, both a reason why he would do it and why he wouldn't do it. So...
It's so weird that he brought you back.
Yeah, we were banned from here because we interfered with the murder.
Okay, what do you want, Gernot?
Come to dinner. I will admit, I was surprised to receive your invitation, Father, but I'm pleased to come. I thought you didn't ever want to see me at Kirsu again, Father. What changed? Yes, well, the Lord calls us to forgiveness, even when that might be difficult. Oh no, I'm gonna be a fucking douche canoe to you! You tried to sell me out, asshole!
And now I'm going to die.
I think it's high time we reconciled, Master Myler. Please sit and we will pray together. It's been 7 years. This is the Lord, these are gifts we are about to receive from our bounty. Lord, direct each of us here toward your wisdom, prudence, and guidance in future actions. Yes, Lord, amen. Brother Roslav was indeed prompt in delivering the message. I'm surprised you deigned to drop by at all. Done quite well for yourself, after all. It was good to see. That's another thing. I think he called us in here to see if we would donate money to the church, now that we're doing way better than we were when we asked him for money.
Oh, we asked Gernot for money?
Yeah, when Andreas was in the scriptorium, Gernot was basically the guy signing our paychecks.
Oh,
And we had originally asked for rent early because the family we were staying with couldn't afford the taxes of the church. And I feel kind of guilty about this, but because of that, they lost like 3 family members. Because the taxes have been just too much. You even look the part of the famous artist now. What have you been doing in recent years after such a pleasant tassing? City Council did approve me as a master artist in Nuremberg. You'll be pleased to hear. I have a commission of Mary and Christ waiting for me in Nuremberg, but my patron wants to keep adding more of his associates in. I'm dreading it. What do you care about my successes, Father?
Don't. Let's not.
Oh, it's so tempting. He's such an asshole.
I know, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
I spent much of my time painting commissions in France and learning from other artists there. That is a truth. Yes, busy selling out to the aristocracy, I see. You know what? Fuck you. On second thought, I'm just saying whatever I want. I most of my time in Sorbonne's
library since I haven't been able to come back here.
What is Sorbonne? Sorbonne, formerly known as the University of Paris, hosts one of the largest libraries in Europe. It is a difficult institution to attend and known for its rigor. So flex my status or call him a douche?
Flex your status.
Flex my status.
That's the ultimate slap in the face.
Well, I hope you've managed to keep your snooping to a minimum there, at least.
Okay,
no one else was falsely accused of murder there, so no. Why have you asked me here anyway? Truth, I'd hoped to discuss the rising tensions between the Abbey and the townspeople. I'd like to clarify the situation for you, Andreas. Correction, you want to tell me your perspective in order to give me some form of benefit that would... You know what? No, fuck it. Let's hear what you have to say. Of course, just like you clarified that Piero was guilty all those years ago. Please, Abbott, I'm all ears. I'm relieved to hear it. I believe you've only heard the side of the issue, Andreas. All those little speeches about taxes don't account for the entire situation. Why demand such high taxes then, Father? Pudding, Lemkin... Peasant. Start with the peasant. With the scriptorium closure, the taxes are necessary to make up for the lost income. Surely there's another option. Do you really need to raise taxes that much? Why not ask the bishop for help?
Why close the scriptorium at all? I don't understand it.
Just because you decided to close the scriptorium doesn't mean the townsfolk have to suffer. Then why close the scriptorium at all? I don't understand it. Don't put the fault on me, Andreas. These taxes are a direct consequence of your actions. After you accused Ferenc, he managed the scriptorium. Then you could have just put someone else in charge. Kirsu is no longer able to keep up with the city's printing presses and artists. Okay. There are better uses of the brother's time than books. Brother Guy has gone over the expenses himself. Raising taxes is the best way to cover the costs. But what about prohibiting the peasants from using the forest? That's a new restriction. The forest belongs to the Abbey, and the peasants have no right to use it. Legally, it's theft. Correction! It is theft. From your part. It was theirs first, before you moved in. It doesn't harm the Abbey to let townsfolk pick up sticks. Why bring the issue up with me, then? You need to talk to the townsfolk, not me. I don't have a stake in this. You're being a pedantic ass.
What? Wait, what is that one?
Kuma bor cadet. Your say SS. Oh, yes. Roman platitudes serve no one here, Andreas.
What did it say?
I'm saying such things limited since they're written by
I don't
pagans.
speak Latin.
Natural law. I think it's something along the lines of saying how, like, the Lord made the earth for us all. but I'm insulting him in Latin.
I see. Since they were written by pagans, they do not acknowledge God's.
Christian idea derived from the ancient Greek philosophers that principles of morality and ethics.
Oh, so because you're a Catholic, everyone else is just pagan then, even though they worship the same God.
That's literally what pagan means. It was a Christian term for non-Christian. Yeah. I may have a limited education in natural law, Father, but didn't God give Adam and Eve dominion over all earth like the 12 articles mention? 12 articles? That drivel is Lutheran propaganda that defies the church's authority to regulate the sinful and greedy nature of mankind. So, the Lutheran movement, you are aware of what Martin Luther's 95 notations were, correct? Or like what they essentially meant? Question mark? Oop. What is happening? Here. Okay. Example document for Klaus the Prince. Look at this effect on the townsfolk. He's being asked to do something, and that's his job. I hear they will continue their disobedience by collecting herbs on St. John's Eve. The whole town knows I've forbidden it. The matter is grave, and I will excommunicate anyone who defies my order. You would condemn the town over something so petty. That creates an ultimatum. That's insane. You would condemn the town over something so petty. That is up to them.
Man, this guy's a douche.
If they're losing money because of what happened in the scriptorium, that's his own fault. Even if Brother Piero was executed for the murder of the Baron, that he clearly did not do, that would still slander the scriptorium's name, as one of its monks would have been responsible. I just switched who in the scriptorium was responsible.
Remaining impartial will be impossible as long as you're in town. Support me in ending this foolish rebellion. Hey, you brought me here just to help you, you motherfucker. I don't.
You have a reputation in town, Andreas. You're a successful man, and the townsfolk believe they are like you. I'd like you to convince the other townsfolk, the printer for example, that this uprising is not in their best interest. The rest of the town will follow, and the peasants will have no chance to resist. We can end this peacefully. I don't want the town to come to harm. It is a precarious situation, but I understand your point of view, Father. Peasants have genuine grievances. Why not talk with them and negotiate? I want no part in this either way. I don't have a stake in this. I don't want to make enemies. Peasants are right, Father. You have been too harsh on them. I won't help you. Damn your plan and damn you, Father. The peasants have genuine grievances. Why not talk with them and negotiate? I'm a forgiving man, but Otto's stubbornness has challenged even me. Otto is past the point of talking, Andreas. That's why I'm begging you for help in the matter. Please take more time to think about it. I apologize. We must conclude for now. Must excuse myself. I expected to lead a service at Complaint tonight. Think on what we discussed, Andreas. I trust you can find your way out. Oh, Father Abbot, piss off.
So I didn't die.
No, he pulled me in to try and gain favor because now I am of a much higher status. That is disgusting.
Where do I need to go here? We can't go in the forest. That's the forest, isn't it? Oh no, it's the meadow.
No, this is the forest. We can go in the forest because we are not part of Tassing. We're just a traveling artist. Who's your pretty kitty?
Kind of looks like Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, Andreas?
Yeah, at least from the Assassin's Creed games.
Eh. I'm gonna quit.
Which they do pretty good at historical stuff, but that's because they have a multiple, like, they try really hard at that doing that.
Oh, Ottilia.
Well, well. Trace the painter.
I'm surprised you remember me.
Boy, if I couldn't keep my wits about me, the people in this town would have already boned me in. Anyway, no time to talk now, fancy man. It's time to call the fire.
St. John's Eve mean a lot to you.
Saint's Eve, right. Oh, to Anne's mama Bertha.
What?
Praise to Mama Perk,
Pagan
the
god of Alps.
pagan god.
Thus was in quest God Berti. Vivi non clementi.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Enjoy the evening, Andreas. If
She
you
a
want my
pagan woman.
advice, stay out of the woods tonight.
Evening, Andreas. How do you like the bonfire? We built it nice this year, big and sturdy. It's a fine setup, Carl. Excellent work. No, we can't compare to where you come from, but we still give it our all in celebration of the light who prepared the way for our Lord. Anton, you remember Andreas Mahler, the master artist? Yeah, I've seen him around town. And be polite. Hello, Master Mahler. How are you? I am well, thank you. Fine, I guess it's... Wait a minute. Anton's a good boy, let me tell you. A bit of a rascal, as you can say, but he's got a good head and got a good heart. Likes to hide it, though.
Dad, will you stop?
He's a rile you up just like your mother. How is Helena? She's not attending the bonfire. We joined us later. She went to help Martha dip her toes with stream to help pick some flowers for the guy. Any heads and Reese. What was Martha?
Nothing.
It's important to hold traditions. You're right, especially with the times we're having. He's dipping into the stream. I would not call out the pagan customs. Honestly, if Tassing wants to remain pagan, that's on them, and I would say good for them. Besides, maybe Martha and Helena will come across the blossom of the Parn out there. What's so funny about that? Ferns don't flower. That means no power to speak with animals for you, boy. I doubt that I have anything interesting to say anyway. Ah! Animals can't talk. I'm not a baby, you know. Indeed, you're not even one bit short for your age. Dad! I joke, no, let's enjoy the celebrations. Speaking of, what do you think of the festival so far, Anton? It's fine, I guess. I like the fires when they are lit. Mountains get to twinkle like the stars. I don't like when people get drunk and rowdy as the night goes on. They get into fights and all. Your dad keeps the trouble away, yes? Oh, anyone in particular? Well, not as much lately, but Martin used to get in trouble. Anton's got a good eye. Martin's been a solid fellow once he came back, but he sometimes drinks too much. Calm down, Lily, you know, he's full of shit. Language, boy. God doesn't like it. Call him blaspheming. But those aren't your words, Dad. But you don't quote me, quote the scripture instead. It's best for your soul. Listen to your father, Anton.
This will remember.
Yeah, crap, I didn't get a choice on that one. So something my backstory could have helped me with. Hey, what'd I just say? Don't let your mother catch you with that mouth. I'll let you get back to the festivities now. It was a pleasure. Till later, Andreas. Bye. Hey, Martin, look who it is. Good evening, Andreas. Andreas, are staying for the festival, I hope? Of course he's staying. Who would miss this? Especially after you burly boys built such a beautiful bonfire. I like how he... Oh, God. My model broke.
How did you model break?
My braids keep getting stuck and they turn into a unicorn horn. There we go. Woo. Okay. Where is he staying? Who would miss this? Especially after... I like how I keep getting the option to say the ones in Nuremberg are better, and it's just like, I'm not gonna insult these people. They're already having a bad time.
Well, a boy like me would do anything for you, love. I'm going to help myself.
Brigida, Martin, you're both feeling festive, I see.
Food, the fires, the dancing, it really is a night to enjoy.
It's to honor the anniversary of the birth of Blessed John, a vigil for the two who prepared the way.
Yes, yes, and he'd have liked everyone to have a good mood in their hearts, and good food in their bellies.
As a hermit who'd wander in the desert, living off locusts and wild honey, you probably wouldn't agree.
I like to live off some wild honey myself, if you catch my meaning.
Can you hear Otto's calling? Snort. Martin, please, behave. he wants to do with his wife.
Yes, dear, I pray to God to relieve me of my unclean thoughts.
I pray to God. I'm keeping that.
You'll get no dances tonight if you continue this impishness. Theodrius is a kind of difficult married life,
Quite, so what's next for the evening?
Slow forest? No, I'm really not looking for trouble. There's enough of that going around.
Trouble with drinking and brawling, even though you supported him earlier during his speech.
Speaks his mind on what's important, but like I've said, I've no personal interest to provoke the abbot.
We are God-fearing people, Andreas. Interesting choice of words that we are God-fearing people. I actually like that. That's pretty accurate. What did you argue about with Otto anyway when I first saw you in the meadow? Father Gno is an ass and he deserves what's coming. Reyes, don't wish misfortune on others, especially on enchanted nights like this one.
We're not happy about the situation, but
celebrations are enough for us. We will dance until our legs begin to waver, right, Martin?
do not miss it for the world.
That's delightful. I hope you have a great evening.
You as well.
Till later. I want to check on Casper. What up, kiddo? Andreas, look how big the bonfire is. Its decorations are so fancy. Very much busier. St. John's Eve Festival is a big event in Tassing. I missed it last time I was here. Have you ever been at a festival like this, Caspar?
No, I've never seen anything like this. Can I stay at the bonfire and see the costumes? And collect your Master Mallory, please?
Hey, I don't want to risk the abbot's anger. Alright, but follow along and don't get in their way. I'm tired for the festival. I think I'll just turn in for the night.
Yes, I promise I won't make trouble. I'll see you tomorrow, Master.
Oh, now I just go to bed. I was hoping for a chance to speak with the Druckers. I guess I go to bed. No, I'm gonna go in the forest. I'm gonna see if I can take a peek at something, what's happening here.
Dark Souls Remastered is on Game Pass, apparently.
Hey, Smokey.
Hello, Miss Miller. You're looking.
Thank you, Smokey. How are you?
I'm well enough, I guess. Asclaw went his way a few years ago, which I suppose is bound to happen.
Ah, damn.
I miss the company sometimes, but now there's no one to keep me from my gossip. No one to tell it to, either.
Have I missed much?
You usually have I missed much? Things I could tell you since you last left Task. We'd be here till Kingdom Come.
Oh? did see another Imperial Reichspost courier. Ah, crap! I wanted to click that. But the guy. Bro, the guy dropped the bag once. It looked heavy. The Abbey must be doing better than the Abbot is letting on. I heard the Abbey is struggling with its funds. Curious, isn't it? The couriers arrive once or twice a month. Doesn't help that the Abbot has tightened the restrictions so close to St. John's Eve, too. Townsfolk get all sorts of mischief then. No, I'm sort of mischief. I wager Johann and Kat will find some corner to play in. Again. It's practically tradition at this point. Veronica and Brigitte might go out for a midnight dip in the waterfall. By the waterfall. They've been swimming out there for years. Now everyone's getting clever, trying to stay out from the Abbot's eye. Rightly so, he's an ass. I didn't see you in town commons during that speech. Are you standing with the peasants? Well, your cause doesn't really affect me, does it? I'm as worried as anyone about soldiers rushing through here. The new taxes and restrictions don't bother me. I understand why they're upset, but I've been doing fine out here with less than they have. Fair point. Nothing will change for me if they get in the way.
Well, that was an interesting battle between you and Inuyasha yesterday.
Yeah. Oh well. Enough of that. Thanks for stopping by, Master Mallard. Until later, Smokey. Until then.
What has Tepes brought for me today? Oh, quite a lot, actually.
Oh, they're picking. Sure enough, they're picking up. Smeller, never thought I'd see you back here again. I need to pay my respects to Brother Piero. I'm sorry I didn't know the man, but I heard others speak as well of him. What have you been, Helena? Well, little Martha has managed to survive since your last visit, thank God. Oh, right. I think Helena is the miller's wife, and not happily so. Well, you must know about the taxes that we have to deal with. I was trying to make the abbot see some sense, but I'm worried he's playing with fire. Carl and Peter and the other farmers support him, but it's dangerous to provoke food. Oh. Carl must be someone who moved in. I guess I'm still too young to get mixed up in all this, and we have Martin to look after now. Anton's your son. Well, the peasants can't really survive the way things are. I was spoken to now. They already feel like they're getting out of control. It's gonna be a hard winter for certain. I take a skinny husband over a dead one. Pray nothing happens. Now then, I'd best get back to my work. See you later, Andreas. Until then. Hello, you must be Martha. Who told you? My mom. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go. That's like such a kid thing. Oh. Okay, bye. Ah, well. You know, now that they're not... This is the biggest thing about being barred from the forest that feels wrong. They're barred from seeing their saint. Both the hand and the church, and now that they're barred from the forest, they can't see that shrine anymore either. That feels incredibly unfair. They are completely denying the town their freedom of worship. Moonwalk. Getting late, I should get some rest. A little detail I've noticed, he doesn't stretch his arms out as far as he usually did. Uh-oh, we're going to our dream court. Memories of Nuremberg. Oh, it's a maze again. Crud.
Oh. Hold on.
It's... Wait, they all cut.
Go. So I know where to go.
Oh no, all the way to the right. Oh, we're traveling on the white.
No. Go back. Go back. Go. Keep getting. No. You see that line, like to the left, that intersects the white?
Yeah, I'm following the white line.
Yeah. So go to that one. It'll take you all the way to the end. It's not a maze. It's just a
big convoluted.
Yeah. I'm good at mazes, as long as I can see them from the top first. My guess is that's just how Nuremberg is built.
Or it's how he feels about Nuremberg. Oh, there's Sabine.
Oh, that too.
What is it? Come home. Will soon.
I will soon.
Lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing regarded at all. What am I to you now? An annoyance? A bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in Paris? Ah, crap, the consequences of my actions. Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? As much as you had for me. You can't help but be cruel, can you? Hates I can do when you're like this. Fine. Back to your books, the only things that make you happy. The house is so lonely.
Ah, look, the consequences of my actions.
Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop. Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop. The memory of who? Leave me alone for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Who's him? Wow, so our wife isn't even faithful to us. Who's this? Hello, August. What am I supposed to do? Just wait here, do you? No, you aren't going to say. Never say anything. Sorry, I couldn't do anything. Okay, that changes things. So Andreas did have a son. Or someone. Tired August.
I suppose there's not much one can do against the blade.
You get tired where you are? Last time I saw you, I said goodnight to you. Couldn't come to the bed, so I said, wait, he didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there, waiting for you to say goodnight. Still look the same age. Wonder if I'll ever forget.
He did have a kid.
Do I remember your mother as she is? Or am I just thinking of some perversion of me? I remember loving her. You ever picture someone clearly if you love them? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you hate them? Much, or I wish I didn't. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. So he was running away because his son died. On my way back to her. Back to you. Love you, August. Oh. What happened to this place? Where's Prester John? Where's Socrates and St. Grobian? Grobian wasn't on the ship. Call you. You answer me. No thoughts for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once. A voice. I was a voice of caution, of prudence. And now? My camera's actually blocking the text, so I'm gonna move it a little bit. More in... I'm gonna be a little tilted for a second while I just... my position. More and less than caution, the ache of doubt that stiffens to paralysis. Paralysis that breeds despair. Melancholia. What happened to you? What happens to you happens to us. The foundations of the city are moored within the ocean of your mind. This court does not rule your mind rules the court. Once reason, curiosity, and foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. All that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. How did it come to this? You've turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you've made have brought you here. What am I supposed to do now? Your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. To help someone. Casper, all right. Ah, so your thoughts aren't entirely turned inward. There's still something in you that cares for the others despite your melancholy. Perhaps there's still hope for us. Wake up, Andreas. Find Caspar.
Casper, no.
No, 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 no.
Did they kill the Casper? They killed the kid.
I don't even know what time it is. I can think of two places to be. We're gonna check the town commons first. Better than the one in Nuremberg. Otto? Hello, Andreas.
Hello, Andreas. Enjoying the bonfire? Your costume looks like a fancy night dress.
I'm looking for Caspar. This is my night dress, Otto. I woke up and Caspar was gone. Have you seen him?
Huh? No, I haven't seen the boy tonight. A group of townspeople went into the forest to collect herbs, though.
Oh, God.
Oh,
You might see if you wandered off with them.
Enjoy the festival while you're at, Andreas. We're showing the abbot. What for?
Oh, shit. That's what I'm worried about.
Damn it, Casper, I told you to come back before nightfall.
It was already nightfall. I said he could follow them and don't get in their way. A lot of commotion tonight. It sounds like everyone's gone to the woods. Okay, they're getting drunk. Picking herbs.
There's Casper.
And who are you talking to? Andreas, what are you doing out here? Thank God, I'm worried you didn't come back. Heck, where have you been? What are you still doing? Oh, why did you? Where have you been? At the bonfire with Killian, but I heard a ruckus deeper in the woods. I left to go see what it was.
He's a boy.
Father Grenade, what are you doing out here? I was chasing out the townsfolk, but lost track of the costumed buffoon. The forest is off limits. I'll figure out who's breaking the rules and excommunicate them myself. Uh-oh. What was that? Someone screaming in town. You're really taking this nonsense too far this year. What's happened? Let's go back to town together and see what the noise was. Together. Yeah, no, I'm not letting them run off by themselves. Oh, I've never seen these flowers before. I wonder where they found them. Just running off. Too hard to tell. It was stupid costumes. We can worry about that later.
Let's check it out first. Another murder! Another murder!
Oh no, it's Otto! Yes, I'm afraid so. Someone released the rope. The platform crushed him. What? How did this happen? Baltus and Leonhard heard the crash and stepped outside to see what had happened. Right, then we saw a figure in a costume rushing off from the rat house. It must have been whoever released the rope. What were you doing? All this, Leonhard? Dine a lot of meal. Ill with these gentlemen. What a shame you can't blame me for that. That's Peter. Casper, look to see if Otto had a note. Huh? Do it. No, Master, there's nothing. Are you certain? What were you expecting? I'm sure. My God. Otto! No, no, no. No. The abbot must have killed him. That bastard's always had it out for Otto. We all knew it.
He was here the entire time!
Correction, he was running to us. And then a scream happened.
Well, yeah, no, but, maybe.
We need answers. How dare you? I won't just stand here and be accused of such a foul act by a peasant. And now he's running away. Go after him! Wait, no, the abbot was with us. He's innocent.
Even if we don't have any proof.
Even if we don't have any proof. Grab the arts and the boy, too. We'll get to the bottom of this. Casper, run. To the abbey. Oh God, it's a revolution.
But the abbot was with us.
The abbot was with us. Brothers! The library, now!
They ran through the church, this way.
Lock the door.
Grace, get out of the way. Otto's death demands justice.
The abbot couldn't have killed Otto. He was with us when we found the body. That's true. He did arrive with you, but you don't know where he was before that, do you, Andreas?
Who else would want to kill Otto? Coward, killer, Andreas, move!
Not moving, I won't let you in. If you go after Gernot, the real killer will get away. I don't like his stance any more than you, but violence is not the answer here, Peter. Gernot would not have had time to run from the commons to the forest to come back with us. I don't like his stance any more than you, but violence is not the answer here.
If those monks don't come out, we'll set fire to the whole place and cook them.
You've all gone mad! Even if you don't trust the abbot, trust me. I swear he wasn't the one to do it. He was with me. Look, Gernot wasn't the only one who disagreed with Otto. There must be someone else who killed him. You all have good reasons to hate the abbot, but he's not the culprit.
Everyone was in costume, so anybody could have had the chance to kill Otto for any reason.
I want to give the logician answer. No, you all had good reasons to hate the abbot, but he's not the culprit here. The fact is, the abbot needs to be made aware of his place. And I need to appeal to them. It doesn't seem like the abbot could really kill Otto, does it?
Fine, damn it. You've got one day to find whoever you think is the real killer, Andreas. Otherwise, we will come back for the abbot.
Andreas, all I want is justice for my husband. Please, you must find the murderer. I swear I will find whoever really killed him. Ava, Otto was a good man.
I'm an artist, not a detective.
And we're a detective all over again. We have 1 day to do this.
How many days do you have before?
3.
So it just went down by 2.
Peter's temper got in the way. The abbot is an easy target because he was at odds with Otto and his cause. It was no secret that Gernot and Otto were at odds. I do not wish death on the man, but the abbot is an ass. I do not wish death on the man, but the abbot is an ass.
That is true.
I understand why Peter jumped to that conclusion. Master Peter was furious. He was only giving you a day to find the murderer. Why'd you even agree to find who really killed Otto anyway? Didn't turn out well last time, did it? Why do it again? Honestly, anything to keep from going back to Nuremberg. I won't talk about it. I'm worried about what could happen to the library. Peter did threaten to burn it down. I'm here for the books.
It's the books.
It's the books. Oh yeah, he was serious? Who do you think did it? Then where do we even start? You should talk to Lenhart. He always hated the peasants and supported the abbot. He was very vocal against Otto in town commons the other day. He might have hated Otto enough to kill him. It's worth taking him and finding out. Even if he didn't kill Otto, he might know someone else who had the motivation to. Oh, what about Martin Bauer? When we saw him talking to Otto, they seemed to be arguing over something. It's not likely. Martin supported Otto and the peasants. Martin was always an ass. If they had a bad enough argument, he could have wanted to kill Otto. It'd be worth talking to Martin to see what they were discussing. He might have an idea of who would want to kill Otto. Idea? Who else? Can't think of anyone else. Sure, we can find other suspects. We'll have to do some more investigating to find out who the murderer is, but we better move fast. Did the murderer confess to Father Thomas? Probably not. That'd be foolhardy. Maybe, even if the murderer did, Father Thomas is bound by seal of confession. He won't tell us. However, we could eavesdrop on confessions since St. John's Eve just happened. Townsfolk will all come in to confess. One of the townsfolk might have heard something. Anyway, it's a good place to start. We could ask around at the Golden
Knock
Inn.
out,
What?
out Father Thomas and become priest.
Technically, we
Do
are
an Indiana
qualified.
Jones.
The Pulp's Midwesterner, your bartender, can now listen to your confessions. Traveler might have seen or heard something useful. We'll tell outsiders anything. They might have heard something we missed. What about the person who ran by us in the forest? They were wearing these flowers. I've never seen them before. Right, we have to find the source of those flowers in the woods. That might give us some connection to the killer. The flower might have a medicinal use. Someone with medical knowledge and passing might know where it grows. I'd ask them, but who would have that knowledge? Those that I know have such a background are Brother Florian, Sister Gertrude, Agnes, or Warner Stoll. We have a lot of good places to start. Even though time is short, we have a good chance of finding the real killer. Alright, let's get to work. And by that I mean, we'll continue this next time.
All right, it's 2 o'clock for you.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. I gotta get moving. We'll see you next time.